is a roller coaster type ride in the dark with sharp turns, high speeds, heights, and sudden drops. To experience this ride, you should be in good health and free from heart conditions, motion sickness, back or neck problems, or other physical conditions which could be aggravated by this attraction. We suggest that expectant mothers and anyone wearing a neck or back brace refrain from riding. If you should decide not to ride Space Mountain, please ask a host or hostess for assistance. Thank you.
What? Why is this not on? Where's my camera? Where's my camera? Where's the camera? Hello there. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Something always has to be broken. We can't just have a clean start ever. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing excellent today because we're gonna have some fun. That's right. We're going after some turtles. It's turtle time. That's right. It's turtle time here on the stream. We're going to get some beautiful turtles. It's going to be amazing. So welcome, everybody. B-Juice, thank you so much for the 13-month resubscription. And Victory Mama, thank you for the 12-month resubscription aboard the Starship Good Times. Let's see. Luke Cupcake, thank you so much for the raid. Very much appreciated. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. We're just starting up here. Let's see. Friendly Space Turtle. Very good name for today. Thank you for the 9-month resubscription. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. A Madden coming in at 100-month resubscription.
Zombie tipped $10. Hello.
Hello there, Zombie, and thank you for the tip. Much appreciated. Very generous of you and kind. Madden, that is insane. 100 months. Come on, in the chat. Let's get some 100-month hype for Madden. That's incredible. Let's see. Red Wolf Galaxy, thank you for the 4-month resubscription. Witch Hacks 85, thank you for the 12 months. A lot of 12 months today. Very nice to see. Unknown, good to see you. Good to see you. August Planets, thank you for the 6 months. Much appreciated. Good to see everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't seen it, it's a big one. It's a great one.
Cheered Dex 300. Nice. I am looking forward to having some turtles on the clown train.
Well, we're gonna have turtles on the train, but it's not a clown train, as we all know. That is not a clown train. Any James 83, thank you for the 9 months, much appreciated. Duffus, thank you for the 11 months, much appreciated. GoodClipsWithScar, thank you for the 5 months.
Hi Scar. Turtles.
Very much turtles. Mystic Scar, thank you for the 4 months, very much appreciated. Rocket Rose 33, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome aboard Starship Good Times. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing my best lately. I'm on like anti-procrastination kick right now, where I'm getting stuff done. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just doing. I'm like, I want to stream. Instead of thinking about streaming for an hour or 2 hours and then not streaming, I just decided I wasn't going to think and I was going to do it. And that's why we're here. We're having fun. I said that's so aggressive. We're having fun. Kids, sit down and shut up. We're having fun. Oh. All right. We're having fun, guys. It's mandatory fun. Family trip vibes. Exactly. Hold on one second. I want to get this going here. Where's my music? Where's my music? It is not a playing. We getting any action? Get any music playing? Now I'm yelling at the music. Why am I channeling like aggressive dad vibes? Oh, I'm just gonna shout at everything like a upset angry dad.
And 1440 cheered Dex 300. Roses are red, violets are blue. Turtle rhymes are coming to a stream near you.
Ah,
joking.
I figured there might be some turtle talk. Today. By the way, my dolphins are alive and well and doing quite well, as you all probably imagined. I'm not giving up.
310
Never give up.
X300.
Never surrender.
Can we hear about your off-road wheelchair adventures?
Yes, we can talk about the off-road wheelchair adventure for sure. Valuard 83, thank you so much for the 35-month resubscription, much appreciated. Max, thank you for the prime. Pikachu, the PhD, thank you for the bits, much appreciated. Electra, thank you so much for the bits also. What is all of this? What is all this racket? All this racket everywhere. I'm channeling like frustrated dad. I'm like, where's all this racket out here? Where's all my lawn out there? Let's see. Love the Tatooine you build. Oh yeah, thank you. We'll take a look at Tatooine in just a minute. We should think of how we can incorporate Scar into it. Tatascar. Scarween. I don't know. We'll think of something. You guys are better with words than I am. But yeah, so idea today is to try to get turtles. So I want turtles swimming in that tank. At least we know that there'll always be turtles in the tank. Good times with Dad Scar. Oh, good times with Dad Scar. Quiet down there, kids. We're not there already. It's gonna take us 4 hours.
300. Just for curiosity, do your hype trains actually serve food? The hype trains from most streamers don't, unfortunately.
Wait, don't what? Hold on. Wait, I missed something halfway through there with my angry voice. Let's see. Hi. Wait, where's that message? Let's see. Out of curiosity, do hype trains actually serve food? No food over here, but we serve good times, and that's better than food. That's better than food. Good times. That's how we roll. All right, just making sure everything's set up.
X300 Scar just finished watching Fallout. Loved it. Now all I want to listen to is retro music. Lol.
Me too.
They did such a good job with the vibes.
I love retro music. Like when it's like put into like content, like a cool like theme park ride or
Lanric 2000,
you know, like a show like this. So good.
Hey Scar, thanks for the entertainment. How was traveling 1/4 the speed of light?
Dude, Doc's just like Scar, and I'm hello. This was a meeting, okay? So I'm like. Scar. Oh, hello, Doc. Yes. Would you like to go on a wild ride? And I'm like, yes, I'd like to go on a wild ride, Doc. Anything to get out of this meeting. That's how the that went. So I had no idea what was going on. And then he's like, Scar, straddle pig. And I'm like, okay, Doc. Yes, sir. Cub is over there maliciously laughing, so I'm like, something's up. So my next episode, you'll find out what happened. You'll figure out what happened.
I was considering ordering some good times, but I am already getting a lot of them. Well, some more anyway, please.
Oh, you can never have enough good times. You can never have enough.
Lazar Time tipped $5. Hello there, Scar.
Well, hello there.
Currently, the hot guy clay model I am making is in action. It isn't going too well right now, but I am hoping that will turn around. I can't wait to show it.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited to see it. That's gonna be amazing. Oh, I'm super excited. Is Doc a Disney villain? I always wish Doc would embrace the villainy a little bit more. Like, maybe we should just let Doc let's just let the reins off. Just take the reins and just see what happens. Wriggles coming in at 86 months, much appreciated. How's Stitch going? Well, I often take Stitch and I take a hammer and I just go like this, and it's really therapeutic. I just do this for a little while and all my frustrations go away, and I'm like, it's good. Then I use my back scratcher and we're all good. No, I got plans. Rig. I got plans. See, I had a whole bunch of fun things I had planned after the charity stream, and then I got sick for a while, so a lot of my plans got kind of on delay, but I've got a plan this weekend. I've got plans for that Stitch. I've got plans. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Doc kind of reminds me of the villain for the Roger Rabbit. How come I can't say Roger Rabbit? I just can't speak today. Can I ever speak? Is that actually a thing? I don't know. I might not ever be able to. You never know, but I do know it's time to get going because it's turtle time. Come on, Minecraft. Come on, Minecraft. I believe in you. I know you can do it. I know you can show up today. I know you want to. I know you want to go hunt for turtles. And you love turtles. You love turtles. Come on, Minecraft. I believe in you. Guys, we're going to have to talk really nicely to Minecraft because apparently he doesn't want to show up. Hello? It's turtle time. Come on. What is wrong with you? It's turtle time. You love turtles. Come on. Thank you. I knew Minecraft loved turtles. Okay. Here we go, guys. This is what we built in our last episode, or actually the episode today. And this took an extremely long time to put together. And I may have went a little overboard. I get it. At turtle speed, that's true. That was turtle speed. Andres, thank you so much for the 12-month resubscription. Very much appreciated. JCG, thank you for the 13-month resubscription. And Solo Lion, thank you for the 26-month resubscription. That's incredible. Very much appreciated. And Scary, thank you so much for the 2 months. So yeah, look at this, guys. Oh man, I had probably a little too much fun working on this. We've got the Death Star shooting down, destroying this, throwing up all the debris into the air. And I think this is what I love about Minecraft, or at least especially the way like I like to flow with my videos, is that we can do like multiple styles, right? So we're working, you know, over on the train, and then we can come over here and do something completely different. And I'm glad the shopping district's a little bit more vibrant this season, so we can do more fun things over in the shopping district. So yeah, I may have went a little overboard, but I think it's pretty cool in the end. We still do need to make sure we get the interiors done. I didn't get them done because I got launched 4 million blocks into the Farlands, and we'll figure out where I ended up in the next episode. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. Let's fly up real quick here. We do need to fix the holes at the bottom of the Death Star. There are so many of them now from creepers going off, and I want to fill you in on a few little details in here. So I was talking to Cleo, and I was asking her, like, can you make me a Darth Vader and this and that? And I think Cleo's trying to push me to get better at armor stance. She's like, Scar, I want you to do it. I want you to try. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a Darth Vader like right here. Okay, so like if Darth Vader's like right there, and what Darth Vader is doing is he is hitting sand blocks with a golf club. And I'm gonna try to rig it up with some kind of a music note block or record. And he's just doing like really cringy Anakin lines, like sand squash and irritating and get you and everything, you know, just things like that. So when you fly into the shop, you just see him just hucking sand blocks out of the Death Star, which I think will be really, really cool. So I'm very excited about that. We'll do that on a stream very soon. We might do that this weekend for the stream day. So this section right here, we do need to get sorted out for our gravel. So we'll get that all done very soon too. We just need to do the shop down below, and then we need to do the shop up here. We'll do that in our next episode. So excited about it. Excited. I am very. So yeah. Oh, we need to clean up that down there, by the way.
Unknown 5372 cheered Dex 300. I would recommend you to use flowing lava to light up the area if you are really careful and pay good attention, so I guess never mind.
Well, no, you can't throw me under the bus like that. If things were going really well, it was a nice message, and then you just threw me under the bus. I'll be extra careful. But yeah, I do need to clear that out so that I can fix all the holes in there because it's atrocious. I forgot my bow and arrow. We gotta go back. Gotta go back. Wasn't there a tree here a minute ago? I feel like there was a tree there. Can anyone confirm? Can Jar Jar be the shopkeeper? We should put Jar Jar in jail on the Death Star. That would be hilarious. Where is it? I'm so organized, guys. I know you're right. You're thinking, man, Scar, you're really turning the block. Turn the block. That's an interesting turn of fate. That's an interesting phase. Did you just say Misa have no diorite for sale? What? Oh, Jar Jar, what a silly goose. There's this Jar Jar hat that I want. I think they had it at Disneyland or Disney World. I really want it. I want it so much. I also wanted the Hawkeye hip. Oh no, that's a horse. That's a horse. That's a horse. That's a horse. I thought that was impulse. I thought that was impulse. I was going in for fast Hawkeye. Did not work out, but I didn't kill it. So everybody be happy about that, okay? Everybody be happy. I did not shoot. I did not shoot. Now, before we get here, I want to see in the chat. How many of you believe that the dolphins are alive? If they're alive, that means they have stayed alive for exactly 4 days. So in the chat, I want to know, are they alive or are they not alive? So let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Maybe we could get a poll. Are the dolphins still alive? I'm curious. I'm a curious Scar. 50-50. I might be on the 50-50 boat too. I might be on the 50-50 boat. Who's making all that racket over here? Oh, it's just him. Oh, don't worry about that bird. He's fine. He's loving it. He's loving it. He's having a great time. Just a wonderful bird. He's having a great time. They're not fish food. I'm voting yes. I'm gonna vote yes. Look at that. I voted yes.
_cupcake cheered Dex 300. I hope you have an amazing stream, Scar, and the cupcakes behave. It's always a great day when we get to hang out with you on stream less than 3.
Oh, what a nice message. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. That's a very nice message. And I love streaming too. It is the highlight of what I do when I get a chance to stream. Streaming always takes a pretty big toll on energy, so don't get to stream as much as I want to, but when I get to, I love it. I love hanging out with you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for the nice message. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Are the dolphins alive? Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. They're alive and they're loving life. Look at them. They're beautiful. Oh, you guys. You got to have more faith in me. They're just having so much fun. Look at them. Look at them. They're just majestic creatures. B-double-O, B-bubble-O, and B-bubble-O-1. No, B-bubble-O-2 and B-bubble-O-3. We've embraced that name. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. They're just having so much fun. Just having so much fun. Look at them. Oh, so nice to see. So nice to see this great family together here. Yeah, Flapper 13. We retired the Flapper name at 13 when we lost 13 dolphins. Okay. It's time to bring some friends to our dolphins, and that is turtles. And this stinking turtle egg brings me so much frustration. So much frustration. So much. Is Green banned? Wait, didn't Green get banned? Is that why he hasn't had any videos lately? I don't know. I was confused. I saw a thumbnail and I feel like I read a long thing about the story of this, but I read it when I was half awake. And when I read things half awake, here's what happens to me a lot. If I read a Discord message in the first hour of waking up, it is as if I've never read the message. It just goes boo. And I think I'll also say that for the hour before bed and the hour after waking up. So if somebody sends me a message and I read it when I'm waking up, it just disappears out of my brain. I don't know why. Does this happen to anybody else? Does this happen to anybody else? Thank you so much for the 2 months. Very much appreciated. It really feels like it. We need to go back to paper. We need to go back to paper, guys. You know, you always have that piece of paper, that piece of mail right in front of you. You'll never forget it. Discord message disappears. Same with emails. It's true. It's true. Okay. All right. We got plans. All right. So we need to find some turtles. Number one, how do we transport turtles? I'm asking you. I have no idea. I have no idea. It's what do we got, guys? Shabby, I don't know. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subscriptions. Very much appreciated, my friend. Very, very much. That is incredibly generous. Boats work? What about mine carts? What about mine carts? Because I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the boat up into the tank. Boat or eggs? Well, we can't get at the hatch apparently, but do they follow eggs? Like if you just hold an egg in front of them? Boat in a minecart. Well, that's Inception. Is that even possible? And now we can't lead them because for whatever reason they're unleadable. They follow seagrass? Okay. Let's get some supplies together. We'll figure this out. We'll brainstorm together here. Let's grab some seagrass to start with, so we have some ready to roll. They do follow seagrass, huh? Okay. All right. Might be actually our best option. Wait, they're so slow. Why am I not picking up any seagrass? Yeah, no, I got shears. No, I grabbed them. I got shears. Oh. They're the same color. They're the same color. Look, come on now. Look, they're the same. They look exactly the same. Look, they look identical. I mean, there's a variation of brown and one's enchanted in purple. I guess they don't look the same at all. Okay. Hey, where's all my ender chests? Hold on. Where's my ender chest? They look the same. I'm standing by it. They look exactly the same. Oh, by the way, at the beginning of the stream, we were talking about what were we talking about? My brain has disappeared on me. We were talking about something, but what was it? Oh no. Ah, the Fallout. Boom.
Sunny Moon 007 cheered X300. Just finished new video. Glad to see you back home. D.
Oh, Sunny. You'll have to wait for the next episode to figure out what happened there. Yeah, it was a fun episode, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. We were talking about the Fallout series. I really love that series. That was a wonderful series. I'm really looking forward to the next. It was well, there was a couple plot holes. There's a couple plot holes and maybe some convenience at the end to kind of wrap things up and set up like a follow-up, but overall I really liked it. The set decoration, the music, the editing was fantastic, especially in the first few episodes. I love the aesthetic. The aesthetic is what sells at 100%. Some plot creators, but yeah, no, it was fantastic. I wish the people who were making that were also making Star Wars, because it was high quality, it was long, very like fulfilling episodes, right? It didn't feel like the episodes were like really short. They didn't feel like they dragged on. They were long and like well put together. So man, I loved it. It was great. And now I don't have any shows. So if you have any shows and any recommendations, I'd love it, because I've got nothing right now. I've got nothing right now. Got nothing. I just finished my book. I don't have anything to watch. I need recommendations. Got nothing. So what do we got? Anything good? House empty. I used to watch House like when it first came out. I can't watch medical shows. They're so dumb. I just can't do it. Like how far medical shows are from real life is light years. It's just cringe to me. All right, let's see. Let me check with the chat if I see Lilo and Stitch. They're getting the boot. Let's see what we got here. I already watched Fallout. Breaking Bad. A lot of these are things I've already seen, unfortunately. I know Grian told me to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine once. Brooklyn? Why did I call Grian Brooklyn? Where did that even come from? The things that sometimes come out of my mouth are extraordinary. What does that even mean? Brooklyn. I've never even said that word in my life. Wow, there's lots of shows. Okay. We're gonna figure this out. Okay. There's some good recommendations. I do want to watch Oppenheimer. I saw that was on the Peacock. I do want to watch that. I have not seen that yet. All right, we're getting a few supplies here for our turtle adventure, everybody. So we're just getting some stuff on lock. Getting some stuff. Please watch Murder Drones. What in the world is that? What is Murder Drones? That sounds scary. Oh no. Let's see, The Last Kingdom, books or Netflix. Ooh, The Last Kingdom. And you say there's books, huh? I am in between books right now. I could definitely use some books to watch. Never heard of it, but that sounds exciting. Was there some dirt in one of these chests? Please be some dirt. Oh, I thought I saw some dirt. I've got a little bit of a memory left in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got that. Let's get ourselves some boats. Because you guys said that the turtle can't go directly in the minecart, but can go in the boat? I'm so confused. We'll figure it out as we go.
Cheered X300, since you mentioned that you finished your book, if you're looking in the book department, the Southern Reach trilogy by Jeff Vandermeer is an amazing sci-fi series.
Ooh. Somebody put these recommendations in the Discord so I remember. Otherwise, I will forget. Very good suggestions. Oh, wait. Gravity Falls, the show from the animated wait, is it Gravity Falls? The show, the Disney animated show. That has books to it? I'm like, I need to restart that series. It has books, huh? Was it from a book? Was the series based on a book? It was, huh? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I did not know that. I'll be curious. I love that show. I watched it during 2021, but the problem is I don't remember 2021 barely. So I need to rewatch that series. 2021 is a blur. It's a great blur. Oh, I want a Hawkeye Tango. Can we do that real quick? Can we just do a quick Hawkeye? I want to do a quick Hawkeye. Let's just give Tango a quick Hawkeye.
140 cheered Dex 300. I only watch animated shows, but I'd say Naruto. Also Pokemon XYZ is fun and totally not an attempt to introduce Pokemon to you swears.
My only introduction to Pokemon is the Pokemon Snap, which I absolutely loved. I loved it. I wish there was another version of that. Come on, where is he? Where is this man? In his great factory? Can a man Hawkeye another? I challenge thee.
RO_adventurer tipped $3. Trigun Stampede is a great sci-fi western. Beautiful animation. Lovable cast. Wonderful
Never heard of
story
this.
and themes.
Where is he? Show yourself, coward! No, just kidding. All right. Well, fine. Tango doesn't want to have fun. Who else is on? Dun, 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 dun.
Lazar Time tipped $3. Talking about TV shows, I remember watching your Crafting Dead series. Did you end up finishing The Walking Dead? Curious to hear your opinion if you have.
I fell off sometime after Negan was taken out of the picture, somewhere around then. I don't know. It's one of those series that I really loved in the beginning, and then I don't know. Sometimes you hear what the show was supposed to be, and you're like, oh shoot, that would have been really cool. I don't know. I liked it. I liked it. I got really excited for when all the new seasons came out, but there just became this like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's because I haven't seen it for a long time, so like my thoughts on it are a little bit like fuzzy. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of fell off of it, but I did really enjoy it for quite a few seasons. Not one single person to Hawkeye. This is a great tragedy of momentous proportions. Who do we have here? A beefarunio. Yes, let's go. That was a hard shot, guys. Come on, you got to give it to me. That was a hard shot. That was a hard shot.
If you mean the Pokemon Snap game on the N64, there is a Switch sequel called New Pokemon Snap. It's very fun.
Really? Wait, hold on. There is a Pokemon Snap game? That's a great shot, wasn't it? Where did beefies go? Oh, beef.
I can't believe you did that.
Well, hello there.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello there.
Well, what's the big idea?
Well, I'm just streaming right now, flying around, just looking for somebody to Hawkeye, and you flew right in front of me. And there was a little
That was a pretty
sound.
good shot. Wait. Did you hit me like in midair?
Yeah.
What?
There was a little target sound, and I heard in the distance, Maverick telling me, use the Force, Scar, and then I took the shot.
Dude, that's impressive. Can we try this again? Hold on. You stay right here. I'm going to fly across, see if you can hit me.
Okay. Probably, I've never done it. I don't know if I could do it still. I need to be tracking him. Oh, wait. Well, there's too many trees.
On your right.
On my left. Wait. Oh, come on now. I'm dyslexic. This isn't going to work. This is
Your
not
other
going to
right.
work, Beef. This is not going to work.
I'm swooping in.
There's too many trees.
Okay. Oh. Okay, never mind. It was I get it. It was a lucky shot.
No, well, it was definitely not a lucky shot. It was a skillful shot. And as I said, Maverick in the Force told me to take the shot as long as I focused hard.
Well, congrats. That was pretty impressive. It'll never happen again, but that was pretty impressive.
Well, now you've challenged me. Oh, Beef.
Now I've gone and done it.
Now you made a challenge for me.
Hey, here's another challenge. Do you want a free stack of basalt?
I paid good money for these yesterday. I would love a free stack.
Did you try a free one?
There's free samples?
No, there's not free samples, but there's a challenge.
I didn't see. Dude, okay, I was like laser focused getting my video done. I didn't know there was a challenge. Try your luck, land in the water, and get a free stack of. Where's the water?
Do you see where the water is?
Okay. Where do I take my clothes off?
Okay, right here. There's a bed. Set your spawn. Put all the things in the all that stuff. Anything you don't want to lose.
I'm so excited. I had a full inventory of turtle materials. Okay. Okay.
Well, you still got your boots and your elytra on. I don't know if you want to.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I always forget about that. The
You never know. I think there might be. No, I don't think your items would be lost, but you never know.
Oh, okay. Do
Anytime
I have to
you're
stand
ready.
here?
You could stand wherever you want.
Okay. I can see the water, right? That's the water. Oh, this is tough. Has anybody made this yet?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'll try right after you.
Here we go! Yeah, let's go! We did it! Oh, you You gave me so much grief about having my stuff on. All right, let's go. What's that saying about finders keepers gets the award? I just got an award. It's serious dedication. All right, let's put beef stuff in here real quick. I don't want it to despawn. Man, he's got to get to the ender. I'm grabbing it. Yep. I got it. We got it. Man, we got to get this guy set up. His bow's atrocious. His stuff needs to be fixed. All right, let's make sure we get all the beef stuff. Dude, that was pretty good. We hit the water first try. I love that. That was fun. I've always enjoyed in Minecraft falling challenges. I've done like 2 falling games in Minecraft. I don't do mini games. Like, I'm awful at them. But the 2 games that I have tried to do have been falling games. Now the question is he going to do it again? It's ground beef. When he comes back, let's use that. Let's use that 100%. 100%. We're gonna use that. I think I got everything. I think this is all of his stuff. Ooh, what's this? A mission from Xisuma. Build a house on top of another hermit's base. Wow, that's spoilers. Okay, I feel bad now. I feel bad. He didn't even sleep in the bed. Where do you think he is? Man, he must have been a long ways away. He already read it in a video. Okay. I wasn't sure. He showed it in his recent episode. Okay, I gotcha. Dark Rock Duck, thank you for the 13-month resubscription. Much appreciated. ProCab, thank you so much for the Prime. Much appreciated. Ember Torch Fire, thank you for the 20-month resubscription. Trendo, thank you for the 18 months. And Storm Fallon 42, thank you for the 3 months. It's prime time. It's prime time. I love that. I love prime time. Okay. I love that. We should just shout, it's prime time. And you subscribe if you have an Amazon Prime. Hopefully you slept this time. If he did, okay, he did. Oh, he's dedicated now.
Oh, come on.
Okay, this isn't going well. I have an idea. What if we hit him out of the air? Okay, next time. Okay, watch this, guys. Watch this. We're gonna hit him when he's right here.
Oh, I finally got it. What the heck, dude? You got it on your first shot?
That was fun.
That was ridiculous. I was not expecting. I was fully expecting to just watch and laugh, and you nailed it first try.
Underestimated my enjoyment of falling in Minecraft. I have always enjoyed falling in Minecraft. It's the only time I've ever made mini games. They were falling related. It's my one superpower.
Dang.
I can.
Oh, well, that was impressive.
I learned how to do MLG water buckets in a hardcore series.
What? In a hardcore series?
Yeah, it was 2021. It was a weird year.
It was 2021. Oh man. Well, thanks for grabbing my stuff. I appreciate it. Oh.
Yeah, it's in this barrel right here.
I got it already.
Oh, you did? Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, I thought I got it.
Oh, I appreciate. Wow, I can't believe you nailed that first shot. Did you see the exit? The exit's over here.
Yeah, but I'm looking for my free sample.
Oh, it's not down here. You got to collect it up top.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good point. I should put it down here.
And there should be like a memorial down there for how good I landed. Like a good 10 out of 10. What?
Whoa! I was having some lag thingies. Oh, that's a trapdoor, dude. That's
I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we're being trolled, man. I don't know.
I can't believe you got it for a shot. Well, take your stack of basalt. It's yours to take, I guess. Unbelievable. First shot. I really was not expecting that.
I'm as shocked as you.
I fancy myself a pretty good faller as well, but I couldn't do that first try.
It's
It's a gift and a curse.
It's falling with style. That's what it is. Okay, I'm grabbing my stack.
You should probably grab this one. It's the most expensive.
Which one's that?
This one over here, the smooth basalt. It's 4 diamonds.
Ooh, that's a good shout. That's a good
shout. Get
shout.
your money's worth. Yeah.
I like my free sample. Well, thank you, B. Very much appreciated. Now,
no problem.
I don't have any fun challenges at my shop, but soon, Imperial Gravel. will be opening very soon up in the Death Star.
Imperial gravel, very nice.
Other
I
big
look
round
forward
circle.
to
Other one, this one.
Yeah.
Can you see
Yeah,
it from here?
Exactly. Yeah, I can. Well, not all of it, but I can see some of it.
Not that one. This one. This one,
Wait.
Beef. Over here, Beef. Beef,
Which
this
one?
way.
Oh. Definitely.
Ground Beef, get over here.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is much cooler than the other one. The other one stinks, am I right?
Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, wow. It's way up there, huh?
So that's Imperial gravel. So that's where you get your gravel, which is not coarse or irritating in any way. And this is where the
Okay.
sand shop will be, where it is coarse and irritating. But it's not open yet. It's still a work in progress. We're still work in progress.
It's looking really good, though.
I overdid it, and it's taken me like 3 episodes to get to this point.
So is that thing is zapping the earth for gravel?
No, it's pretty much just Anakin hating sand, and he's getting revenge on it, so he's using the
Oh,
Death Star to
gotcha.
destroy it. And it's throwing up like all the debris in the air, along with
Right.
along with his aunt and uncle's house.
That was going to be my second guess.
And the moisture tower is getting destroyed.
Yeah, I know. Who likes a moisture tower anyway? Am I right?
You could get a little thirsty in the desert.
That's true. Can I go up there and look at it?
Yeah, there's some interior too. We gotta get on that
very
interior.
cool.
Gotta get on this interior here. Finishing it off.
Lead me to the interior. Ah, here it is. Yes.
So it's the Imperial Bay. So we have the Imperial shuttle at the back, and I do want to have sound effects that play when you come in, but nobody would
That's
teach me how to do it, and I've asked multiple times.
I don't know how to do it either. I would teach you, but I have no idea.
If I could, I need to send Ezra a message and see if he'll just give me like a quick pointer, because I did it one time and then forgot, and then I asked Tango and he forgot to help me the one day, and I just sat there.
He forgot to help
Yeah, it
you.
was sad. It was sad. That's why I was looking
you'll
at
learn.
But inside here would be where the gravel is.
Oh, nice. Oh, this is a very small shop. I mean,
It's an adequate size shop, Beef. It'll
Okay.
hold everything you need inside of it.
okay, gotcha.
It's designed for
Gotcha.
aesthetics, not for functionality.
Right, because there's not a whole lot of room in there, but I guess if you keep it stacked pretty well, it won't be an issue.
Yeah. I haven't figured out price, but I've got I got the supplies. I just need to finish it off.
Okay, nice.
Would you
Very
like to see
cool.
something else?
Would I?
Beef,
Is this a
Beef.
secret?
Here, stand right there.
Oh, no.
Stand right there and just look down.
Okay. Oh, this is a mob farm!
It is it's something, isn't it?
It's something. Thanks for that. That was nice of you.
Oh gosh, it's worse than ever. It's worse than ever.
Oh, no. Oh,
He can't get out. Oh no!
oh, something blew up. Something blew up down there.
There's so many holes already. It's okay.
I'm gonna try. I only have 3 rockets left, so I
Oh,
can't really
no.
make
That's
too many more
not-
mistakes here.
There are some holes you can get out of.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see if we can pop back in here.
Break. Oh.
Where are you, Beef? Where are you?
My apologies.
Oh no!
What keeps blowing up?
The creepers are exploding left and right here.
But why? I'm not down there.
They're just, they fight amongst each other.
Okay.
There's a lot of beef going on down there. Pardon the pun.
Nice. Do you have any blocks? Because I broke a hole through your ceiling and I'd like to replace it, but I can't reach. I can't get up there to replace it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, jeez, I almost died. Oh, I got to do something about
see
that.
What happened? What'd you do?
Oh, it's bad. It's bad down there.
Okay.
Chat keeps telling me I need to get lava, so I need to get some lava and then.
That's
burn
not a
it.
bad idea, actually.
Yeah, I'll
over
fix
there
whatever.
is-
I'll fix whatever hole it is later.
It's right there. It's up top right there, and here's the blocks for it. I just can't reach up there.
Which one was it?
Straight up here.
Oh yeah, sweet. I'll fix that later. Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Well, hopefully this didn't scare you off for being a customer of Imperial Gravel.
Oh, absolutely not. I love gravel. Gravel's one of my favorite minerals. Is
Just
it a mineral?
think of all the stuff you can build with gravel. Just like all the thoughts I know that's coming to your head right now, and you're like, man, I could do this, I could do that. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. There's a lot you can do with gravel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I
much.
especially like the gravity-ness of gravel.
Right? I mean, having gravity on any block, I should charge a premium
Special.
for gravity blocks. That's right.
You maybe charge more for the ones that have gravity built in to them.
Exactly. This here is how we make money, guys. Haven't made a
Genius
penny all
ideas.
season. Gravity blocks. That's how we're gonna do it. You know, Zuma's got his trophy shop, and it's just like everybody goes in there and they look at all their profits or whatever, and I've got nothing. I haven't made a single dime.
You should start a reverse trophy shop where you get like black trophies or something if you're in the, or red trophies if you're in the negatives.
Yeah, red trophy if you're in the negatives.
You spent more money than you made.
I think Cub might have us beat on that one. That man has spent so many diamonds on those fireworks.
That's true. Oh man.
Yeah, he puts a lot in those things.
They're so cool though. I'm excited. I got mine not too long ago, a custom made firework for me.
Ooh, are the new ones for sale yet?
Don't think so.
I get it. Deserved. Very much deserved. Oh, and thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. We're just hanging out with Beef here in the shopping district of Hermitcraft. I just finished this shop here. This is Anakin's Revenge. And so, as you can see, Anakin is using the Death Star to destroy Tatooine and get his revenge.
Very cool shop, by the way.
Thank you, Beef. Thank you.
That's awesome. Okay. I need to go buy rockets. I'm literally down to my last 3 rockets.
Here, I'll give you some rockets to get you over there.
To get me to the rocket shop.
Get over to the rocket
Thanks,
shop.
Dude. Appreciate it. This is awesome. Let me know when there's gravel. I would love to buy some gravity rated gravel.
You're gonna love it. It's the best gravel on the server. It's the only gravel on the server. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay.
See you, Beef. Goodbye. Let's go pop up here and see if we get Hawkeye Cub real quick. I know we're procrastinating. It's what we do. Mr. Sandman. Man's on cue right there. Cub, how's it going? You've been working on this for 3 days. How's it going? Chat wants to know. How are you feeling? You good?
You're the Sandman. I'm the Glass Man.
You're the Glass Man.
I'm the Glass Man.
Oh wow, you do have a lot of glass.
Lot of glass. Dude, I was looking to buy your sand, but you weren't up yet. The shop wasn't done yet.
I got this shop, Cub. It's a never-ending shop. I do not know how I'm ever gonna get it done, but I'm trying. It's a work in progress.
Dude, I saw the landscape down there. It's looking sweet.
I just need the shops to actually be designed in the interior. That's what I'm missing. But this is looking good, Cub. People are excited.
Yeah.
Big things coming. Big things.
Yeah. Yep, we got a couple things up my sleeve. Yeah.
Now, Cub, there's been a lot of back and forth in the chat. Can a turtle go in a minecart, or do you have to put it in a boat in a minecart?
I don't see why it wouldn't go in a minecart.
I've been getting a lot of back and forth in the chat. There's a lot of indecision, a lot of unknowns. Have you ever transported a turtle?
I usually use the turtle eggs, so probably not actually. Now that I think about it.
Well, it'd be nice if turtles actually hatched on this server. I've had it. Chat, when was the last time I streamed? When we put the turtle eggs there. It's been over a week, and I still have not had any hatching. I'm not hatching, but the turtles haven't hatched.
You know who you gotta visit. Where is he? You can probably see him. Yeah, down there.
Who?
You see that guy over there with the copper roof? Over here.
Who?
Hypno. The
Hip
turtle
hip
man.
hippity no?
Hippity to the hip hoppity. Don't stop the.
What's he got over there?
I think he's got turtle eggs. I'm pretty sure he's got a turtle beach somewhere in the back of his
Well,
house.
I got turtle eggs, man. I just can't get them to hatch. Everybody sleeps every 5 seconds on the
okay.
server. No,
Yeah,
I bred
yeah.
with Impulse's turtles, and I got eggs, but the problem is like they're worthless because I can't get them to hatch because of the everyone sleeps. So now I resorted now to transporting turtles. So I gotta work on that.
Oh, dude, where's the horn? Oh, I need that horn.
What
I need
horn?
The Michael Scott horn. Let's see if it's at the horn shop. Let's go down.
Ooh. Cub, I've told you about the great tragedy of not Darth Plagueis the Wise, but my horn box.
Yes, I've heard.
My horn box is gone, and I'm almost positive that it got sucked up into Skiz's inventory, and I'm like, hey, that's my horn box, and he's like, haha, not like it was like, hey, yeah, we were doing things at once, and it was like, oh, well, I'll just ask him again later. I'm almost certain Skiz has it, but then Skiz went on his vacation, so I need to track him down when he gets back on the server. I'm like, Skiz,
Yep.
we gotta find this. It's literally my heart. My heart has been taken from me.
Yeah, he apparently had a wild time. I'm not gonna say where he was at, but I'll tell you a little later about a wild story he told me. But
Ooh, I love wild stories.
This is the horn you need.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
Oh, no. Oh gosh, I'm getting so poor. Oh, fine.
It's so appropriate for this one. Oh, direct sale. Let's go.
It's very
I'll
fitting
put
for
this-
today's for our stream. Okay,
There you go.
this is good, guys. We spent a lot of money here.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
That's
I
such
don't
a
even
good
know-
one.
I don't even know what episode that's from, and I'm an Office fan.
To be honest, I don't even know either. I looked it up and I was like, yes, we're putting that on.
We're putting that on there. This is a great choice. This is a good one.
It is a good one. That is a good one. Yeah.
Cub, how does it feel to be a model citizen of the shopping district?
Maybe hold off on that assessment of me for a little bit.
This man here keeps his shop stocked, ender chests at an arm's reach, and permits hanging high in his shop. And as the Popo, we will have a great portrait of Cub in the Popo headquarters.
Can I be looking off into the distance dramatically?
Of course. Thinking of profits and how to properly run a shop.
Yes. Beautiful. I like it.
What is this Etho business? The one they drove in the lake. Really? Dude, I didn't know Etho was an Office fan.
Oh, really?
I like this. I knew he was a man of culture, but I didn't know he was an Office fan. This just elevates Etho in the culture
come
standing.
to think of it, there is no Canadian office. What if there was though? What would Canadian office have that the U.S. office didn't have?
Do you think their office is the Trailer Park Boys?
Oh, yeah.
Might
I
be.
could see that.
Yeah, could be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll have to confirm with our Canadian. Etho, Sir Etho. I don't know why I saluted the air. Is the Trailer Park Boys your... Why am I just looking in weird directions? Michael Scott would be overly polite instead of rude.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
The Dundies would be just like really nice things. Well, I guess Michael was nice at the end when he gave Pam the whitest sneakers in the office award.
Would they sell maple syrup, Scar?
Maybe that's what they sell instead of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they sell the bottles. No, they sell the caps. And it's a and it's metal,
yep.
but the industry's going towards plastic, and they're going out of business. There we go. We did it.
Yep.
New show. Did you watch Space Force on Netflix? The one with Steve Carell.
No, it got canceled, didn't it?
Yeah. Kind of disappointing. I think it could have been really funny, but I just feel like they didn't know what they wanted in the end. It's like you go into the grocery store and you look up all the things, you're trying to figure out what you want for dinner, and you think, I got no idea, and you just walk out and you don't eat that night.
I think that they got into it where they were like, "Oh, this is going to be a funny joke thing," and then like, "Oh, it's actually an important part of the U.S. defense system. We gotta back it up. We gotta back it up."
Well, it was like that. It was like they could have made some fun joke. They could have literally just had it be like, I don't know. You take you just take a literal office, right? You put a bunch of them in an office, and they have to like make up that they're actually doing stuff. Like, we got big rockets, and they're actually fake and don't have any like fuel in them. They could have done something funny, but they didn't do anything.
They
It
were
was
perhaps
sad.
one letter off. Instead of Space Force, what if they called it Space Farce?
They could have made that
mean-
show funny, and they just didn't.
That could have been. Maybe they were just one letter off. That's all it was. Yeah. But yeah, they could. I think they could have done. Yeah, they could have made it work.
Chat said there is a reboot of The Office coming. I heard this, and it's I don't know if it has any of the original cast or not. Probably not, but it's in the same universe as The Office. But it's like a struggling newspaper or something, I think.
Yeah, I heard that. Yep.
Will it be able to
Brand new
capture the
reboot.
magic that once was The Office? That is a tall order for sure to even come close to what The Office was.
I just hope that there's Creed. Creed is still there somehow. Like he somehow switched companies and left under Mifflin. He skipped town. He's there in the background again.
That would be great. That'd be great. Phyllis, just like a refrigerator, you know, like they're the barons of the refrigerator industry now. Stanley's on a beach.
Stanley's on a beach in Florida. Yep. Florida Stanley. Oh man, Florida Stanley was the best character.
He was, yeah.
In his convertible. Oh, he's got his rum and coke going. Oh,
Jim's
love Florida
I
Stanley.
spent my entire life trying not to be what Stanley is. I've been wrong this whole time.
Yeah, and he's like, now I don't know if I could handle being Stanley.
Yeah, he couldn't be Stanley. Stanley was too much for him.
Yeah, Stanley Unleashed.
But yeah, I just don't know if it'll compete. I mean, at least it's not a complete redo of The Office. At least it's like, I guess, a different concept. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I mean,
we'll
it couldn't
see.
be any worse than half the Star Wars we've got.
I mean, let's be honest, nothing's gonna live up to Threat Level Midnight.
No.
Nothing.
My name is literally a mistake in what I thought his character from Threat Level Midnight was.
Oh, Skarn. Yep.
I thought it was Scar. I thought it was Agent Scar. So when my brother and I made PSN names, I was Scar. He at the same. Okay, so this is the story. I made the account. He made an account. We both didn't realize we were like trying to do the same character from The Office, and he did.
Yeah.
He did like Scoon. He thought it was Scoon. I thought it was Scar, and we were both of us were wrong. It's a whole
like-
long story, but.
This is like a full-on Bon Apple Tea moment. Like when people said Bon Appetit, somebody thought it was Bon Apple Tea.
Exactly. Like he
Now
thought
there's
it
a
was
whole-
one thing. I thought it was another. We didn't know we were making the same names. And that's how
So
Scar
it should be
came.
Good Times with Skarn. We're gonna call you Mr. Skarn from now on.
Mr. Scar. He was Scoon, I think. He thought it was Scoon.
Scoon. How did he get Scoon?
I don't know.
How's there an O in there?
It was the
I could see Skarn being a miss, like you mishear him or something.
Yeah.
But Scoon, come on now.
What people fail to realize is this is before Netflix. We saw this on network TV, and once it stopped, once that episode was over, it was over, and you just had to go back on memory.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, if it was Netflix, you know, obviously, you know, you could go back and you can, I was wrong.
Yep. Yeah.
Threat Level Midnight. I'm a little fuzzy on some of the later seasons. Didn't they do like, there was something came of it later on, Threat Level Midnight. Did Michael make like a little short film of it?
There was a whole film they released of it, like a full length, not like a feature film, but like 20. It was like a whole episode. I thought.
Really? Oh, I might have to go back and watch that.
Yeah. Yeah, they acted the whole thing out.
Yeah, there's always gaps. There's gaps in my life where there's like big scary healthcare things going on. And there's like, say like the last few Harry Potter movies. I don't think I've seen any of them because it went on during like a health moment. Like the Office, there was like a chunk of the Office seasons I missed. There's just like chunks of it. I'm like, I should go back. Watch some of those Office episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think my favorite moment in The Office, I don't know why, for whatever reason, Andy Bernard, when he was in the fat suit floating down the river. This sounds really like dark, but it's actually a really funny moment. He was in a sumo suit and he got caught in the river and he just floated away. I always thought that was the funniest thing.
Oh, some of these I don't even remember. The best episode is Scots and Tots. That is a really good one. Most people
That's a
didn't
good
get the
one.
reference from the Life series when Impulse and Scott, and I was calling them the Scots and Tots.
Hey, Mr. Scott. What you gonna do?
Oh,
What you
they had
gonna
the
do? Make our
song.
dreams come true.
Oh no! Didn't he get them batteries for their laptops?
Yep.
Oh.
They're lithium. They're lithium.
Dude, back then lithium was the big deal. It was a big deal.
Lithium ion were brand new, top of the line. You know,
Dude, when
pretty
I
much
got
the same as giving people.
when I got
tuition,
when
yeah.
I got lithium batteries at that point for when I was on a ventilator, I was hot stuff when I had my lithium batteries, not like a car battery. Those batteries were like $800 a pop. I was living high on my ventilator lithium batteries back then.
Yeah, I got the rechargeable. Yeah.
Dude, but seriously, the battery that came with the ventilator when I was on it for all those months, like the one that originally came with it was literally a car battery. It was the worst ever.
You got that nickel cadmium battery. Psh, you don't want that.
He was
You
nickel.
want that lithium ion.
Dude, and the fuses burnt out and they had to call an ambulance. It was the whole thing. Long story. Anyway.
Yeah.
But man, I want to watch The Office now. Have you seen, I was told this on stream the other day, that The Office on Peacock, they have these things called superfan episodes. Have you heard of those?
I have heard of them. I have not seen them though.
Yeah, I want to watch those because there are some of the deleted scenes, especially from season 3, were quite something, and I'd like to relive those moments again.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen some of the deleted scenes from some of those like longer episodes, stuff that they cut out. There's some hilarious stuff with what's his name, Robert California, the guy who took over for Michael temporarily.
Oh yeah, those are the episodes that
The Lizard King. Yeah.
Those are some of the ones I missed.
Yep.
The Office got me through long car rides from the West Coast to Minneapolis multiple times. Sitting back there with my portable DVD player, going by Wall Drug, watching The Office.
Going by Waldro. Yep. Yep.
Watching The Office.
Yeah, that's a good time, man. That's a long trip too, so you had a lot of time to spend with The Office.
It's dark times,
Good
Cubs,
start.
dark times.
Physics
Is Michael
Book
Scott your
Cheered
favorite
X
character, or do you have
1000.
another favorite
You
character?
should build a water cooler in the SD.
I don't know, man. Michael Scott was just quite something.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think he has to. He's probably. It's probably cliche to be like, he's my favorite character. It's like saying like Luke Skywalker's my favorite Star Wars character, but like Michael was just such a great character. Like,
Yeah.
just such a fantastic character.
They were
And
all
Dwight,
written
too.
really. Yeah, they all played off each other, so like felt like a real, like office environment, you know.
Yeah.
With
Like,
with extra shenanigans, you know, on top. But
so Phyllis is their favorite. Phyllis was like a wild card. Like she'd just sit there and all of a sudden just throw out something. And you're like, whoa, where's Phyllis come from with that one?
yeah, she was real subtle with it too. Got some jabs in though. Got some
Yeah.
jabs in.
I was, yeah. If there was
You know who was a really underrated character, I think? Daryl from The Warehouse.
Daryl. Yep, Daryl was good. Daryl was good.
Yep.
Daryl was good. Stanley had some of the funniest like one-off moments, I think.
Yeah.
Remember Pretzel? Remember Pretzel Day when he got so excited for Pretzel Day?
Yeah.
And he was like running with his newspaper in his arm.
He was moving. Yeah, he wanted that pretzel, man.
Did I
Anytime
stutter?
there's food involved, yeah. Did I stutter?
Ryan the Fire Guy. Ryan's character was weird. That had so many evolutions to that character.
Ryan started the fire.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
who my favorite character is. And when I got a glimpse of that character, I was always so excited.
Yep.
And now I forgot its name. It was in my head. I need some help on this one. Uh-oh. It was here. It was like in my head and it disappeared.
Oh no.
Mose.
Mose.
Whenever I got a good when I got a good like shot, you know, when they got a good shot of Mose, I was like, yes, we got Mose content. I used to text my
Yeah.
brother when he answered my text, not months in between, and I would say like, we got Mose, he's in this episode. And he'd be like, yes. He'd be like, yes.
Didn't he like start off like he was like a mythical figure at first, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he
And then they
was
brought him in
100%.
later
That's why it was like
seasons?
when you
Yeah.
got a Mose sighting, it was a big deal. You're like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Mose.
Hank the security guard. Hank the security guard died, I saw.
Oh no.
Dude, there was I saw
That's sad.
on Instagram, there was a chart of everyone who's died so far. And I was like, oh no, the guy, like the guy who knew Dunder Mifflin, and we knew Mr. Mifflin back in '63. Like, he died.
Oh yeah.
The guy who owned the office, the guy in the wheelchair, he died. I was like, oh dang, he wasn't even very old.
Dang. Yeah.
There's a whole list of everyone who's died in the office. I'm like, oh dang.
When did it go off the air? It went off the air 2011, maybe, something like that. It was a pretty long time ago. It was over 10 years ago for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure when it ended. I really fell off at the end.
Yeah, I think everybody did.
Yeah, it's like they were trying to keep it alive, and I mean, like, once Michael left, it just felt like they were really trying, you know. But I felt like it ended nice. If I remember right, it ended nice. 2014?
Yeah.
No way. Wow, I think I fell off at like 2011.
I think that's when I stopped watching consistently. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said it ended in 2023. Or now someone's saying 2013. All right. Well, now we'll never know.
Yeah. I think it's definitely 10 years though. But still, that's not too long ago, but just long enough to be like in the distant past, but not too long enough to be like forgotten.
Is there any shows equivalent of The Office? You know, like a sitcom, you know, long running, you know, lots of episodes show. I haven't heard anyone's of late that's of equivalent. I know people like Parks and Rec. I never watched that.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good one. Parks and Rec.
But nothing running right now I can think of.
Yeah, not really. There's a lot of
It's
a lot different now because there's streaming now, so there's like different shows on different like.
Dude, I told you about my cowboy arc, didn't I?
No, I don't think you did.
Dude, so I got that one streaming service with the mountain and the stars.
Yeah, the Paramount.
Paramount, there you go. And I saw this show on there. It was like 1882 or whatever. I was like, I'll watch that. And I watched that. Then I watched 1822. Then I watched the Yellowstone series. I just went on this cowboy arc. At one point, I wanted a cowboy hat. I wanted to ride a horse. I just got into this cowboy funk for a while, and I just really wanted to be a cowboy. I wanted to get a lasso.
Have you bought any boots or anything? Any cowboy memorabilia yet?
No, I got nothing. No,
that's when we know it's really gotten bad. When you start buying cowboy boots and stuff, that's when you know you got a whip out there. You know, you're whipping people. Oh man.
Now I just want a drone, not a cowboy hat anymore.
Oh, okay. So you went from the old west to the new west.
Exactly, cowboys and aliens. Now I can just put a little cowboy hat on my drone.
Cowboys and aliens. Yeah, there you go.
But no, I got very into cowboys for a while, and I'm just like, gosh dang it, them Californians moving into Montana. Jeez, I'm not from California at all. Definitely not. I wasn't born and raised there. Smelly state, yeah. No, I got really into cowboys for a while. I was on a full cowboy arc.
All right, have you started, or at any point did you start referring to your yard as land?
100%. I was looking on Zillow for land.
So it did get kind of bad with the cowboy. Like you were kind of in that world, I guess.
I went on Zillow and was looking for. I was like, how much land could I buy? And then I realized, like, whoa, Montana's really expensive.
Yeah.
Like, if you look up like houses in Montana, I'm like, that's like, I don't know. It must have happened in the last like 20 years or something. Like the prices just went, whoo. It's like, yikes. No wonder they're so angry with people from California on the Yellowstone show.
It's boiled over. It's been simmering for the last 100 years.
I feel like all 8 trips going from the West Coast to South Dakota and Minneapolis, like going through there, I feel like I just don't remember it being that expensive. Like, because I used to always look, I was like, oh, you could buy a lot of land out here and just enjoy your land and have fun. But man, I don't know what's going on in Montana. They must have some great milkshakes or something. I don't know. But yeah, I went on my cowboy arc.
All right, yeah. It's a good arc to go on.
Yeah, I went on private equity in Californians. Yeah, I watched all that. So dude, 18 or 1922, that's the best one of that like Yellowstone like universe with Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, I gotta say, he put in a little bit of an effort, and I appreciated him for it.
Okay. All right.
It's hard to get that man motivated and you know, into it, and I felt like he was mildly into his role, and I appreciated that.
Now, how close to the modern day does this come? Because you said there's a 1882, there's like a 1922. Is it like a 1952 as well, or?
That'd be a good one. So it follows like the family. So they left kind of the East Coast, and then there's the whole 1882 or whatever it is show takes place of them kind of going on the Oregon Trail, and then no spoilers, and you know, some things happen along the way as one would expect, and I almost spoiled something that was funny. Then in 1822 it takes play, you know, it starts like what's going on the ranch, and then the Yellowstone show of like is in more modern time. The two prequels are the absolute best. The modern day show's okay. It's very networky. Like the two 1882 and 1922 are very like more modern, like long form movies, they feel like, whereas the other one's more of like kind of like a cliche network TV show, which gets better in the final seasons.
It sounds interesting. Yeah, it sounds very interesting.
I feel I kind of do feel like I may be going on a Star Trek arc. I watched New Worlds or Outer Worlds or something last night, but I got confused. There's a lot there. I feel like I missed a lot of information since I watched Jean-Luc Picard. I feel like there's a lot of like content that I missed, a lot of references and names, and I'm just kind of thrown off. And then it's like Spock looks different, and there's somebody named Captain Kirk, but he's not the captain. He's like a science guy. I'm confused.
Okay.
I have watched the Orville. Honestly, the Orville's better than about 90% of Star Trek.
The Orville is really entertaining. Yeah.
I liked it. I love the Orville. He's Kirk's brother. Okay, I'm so confused. Somebody's got to catch me up on this. I might end up just back on my like Next Generation Deep Space Nine Voyager arc again. This new modern Star Trek's really hard to keep up with.
The classic Star Treks, yeah.
What are you watching, Cub? What shows are you watching right now?
Oh man, I am watching some YouTube stuff.
Okay. What kind of YouTube stuff? What YouTube arcs are you on?
Good question. No, let's see. I watch a lot of a guy called Anton Petrov.
Okay, what's Petrov up to?
He's a big space news guy. He summarizes like all the important space and science topics, like current topics.
I feel like that name's familiar, but you have to send me a link on that.
He's really good. He's really entertaining.
Yeah, you have to send me a oh, look at this. Etho, a lover of space too. Etho, come over here. I always look this way because I just envision him living in his Frogger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look that up. I have not kept up with some of the space stuff recently, so I like to catch back up on things.
Yeah, every one of his titles of his videos, it seems like it's clickbait, but it's not.
It's
like every time I click on it, I'm like, all right, this time he's gonna be wrong, because like I know a lot about space, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, he's not gonna be right this time. No way, not a chance. And it's like, oh yeah, he's actually, it's actually true. Wow.
Does he have a Russian accent?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Good. Yeah. And does he do like he's more science based, right? Like he more keeps up on like discoveries, things along those lines?
Yeah. So he talks
Mostly
about the James Webb.
Oh, hello there.
James Webb Space Telescope, exoplanets.
What's been going on with James lately? I haven't seen anything in the last like month or two.
They just found an atmosphere around a rocky planet for the first time. That's exciting.
Did the hype fall off? Because I didn't hear about this.
You haven't been paying attention.
Like I said,
Big
I guess I
news.
haven't been paying attention.
Big news.
Okay. What arc are you on there, Etho? Are you watching anything or any YouTube series or what are you doing?
I'm kind of at that stage where I need something new, and I'm not quite sure what it is yet.
That's where I'm at. I finished my book. I finished my cowboy phase, and I'm confused by Star Trek.
I just got recommended a show. Something scavenger. Man, I forgot it already. For world building. Scavenger something. Your chat will probably know.
Chat, what scavenging, world building, Resident Alien, they say.
Animated. It's animated.
Oh, it's animated. Is it an anime?
Not an anime. I think it's like American.
Okay. Okay.
Scavenger Rain. Somebody got it. Yeah, that's it.
Who
Apparently,
makes
it's
this?
very good for world building ideas.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Did B-Dubs recommend that to you?
Nope.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
just
you get a one-up on B-Dubs on this one, maybe.
You what
Did you just find it, Etho? Or how did you find it?
I don't remember now.
Etho, do you want to troll B-Dubs?
Always, of course.
You should
yes.
send a message and be like, dude, I found this really fantastic YouTube channel. It's this artist named Feng Zhu. You'd love him.
Did he recommend it to you originally? Or what?
No, I recommended it to him.
Is that the one you guys keep talking about?
Yeah, we've gotten to like a religious fascination with this man at this point.
These two, Scar and B-Dubs, are the biggest fanboys of this guy.
Yeah.
the
Constantly
greatest.
talk about him. Yeah.
They have like pillow talk about him. It's insane.
Yeah.
I love him. Oh my god. B-Dubs and I both have said, like, if life circumstances were different, we'd both go to his school.
Yeah.
It's in Singapore. It's a little ways away. But they've got a great airport. Best airport in the world.
I haven't seen the videos yet. B-Dubs has linked me some of them.
And you've never watched them?
Not yet. I should.
This is
It's like on
disappointing,
the
Etho.
to-do list.
Gotta see what all the hype's about.
I don't want to just like have it in the background though. I think I need to focus on it when I watch it, just so, you know.
No,
I
they're
don't
pretty good.
disappoint
They're pretty good
B-Dubs.
videos you can that you can watch in the background.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
They're
because
talking?
they're long, and it feels like he does it kind of like in a classroom thing. It's not like hype with a lot of cuts, like do do do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that editing style fading? Can we hope? Can we?
I hope so. I'm getting tired.
With a lot of flashes, a lot of swirls, a lot of memes, a lot of sound effects. Like it's like, what are we doing at this point?
You know what I can't stand? This
fine boom
might
sound.
just be me, but so many of these like YouTubers, they use stock images, right? Stock video.
Yes.
And it adds nothing, right? It just adds nothing. It's just to distract you, to put something on the screen. If anything, it almost makes it worse because it's like they'll be talking about a bug or something, and they put a totally different bug on the screen instead. And it's like, is that really it? That doesn't look quite right. And then they clip to another different bug. You know, it's like that's even a different one. They're not showing what they're talking about. Why are they showing this? It's just confusing me at this point.
That's a good point.
I've watched a lot of like videos on real estate agents and like contractors, and if you're ever trying to get any tips on that stuff, it's always the stock footage of like the random guy with the hard hat like looking longingly into the distance. And like, you're right, it provides nothing, literally nothing.
It's always the same one too, right? Because there's only like 2 or 3 services that offer these stock clips, and there's not very many like variations.
Top of the search, right?
I do like it when people do it ironically, like where they take it and it still has like the Shutterstock like branding all over it. They just ripped it off the website. But no, I
And
agree.
a lot of
those stock
times
images.
they don't have enough stock images, so then they recycle and use the same one over
in
again.
the same video.
In the
dude.
same video, like 10 minutes later.
I saw a video, I'm gonna say like 2 or 3 days ago, that had literally like the same image or the same like 10-second clip that played at least 4 or 5 different times, and I was like, what is the point of having this clip up here? It's literally what you said, just putting it in there to have something to look at.
It's visual distraction. That's it.
Etho, you're high up. You're high up. Did you see the eclipse, or not the eclipse, the Northern Lights?
Oh man, I was so excited for it. It's like I kept looking out the window. Okay, it's almost dark. It's almost dark out. It's almost dark. And I went outside when it was finally dark, and it was so disappointing. I did see some, but it was just like very faint green, no special colors.
Oh, that's a bummer. I feel like you should have got a good view of it.
I thought it was gonna be amazing, but because like people in Europe and stuff, B-Dub said he saw red and everything. And it's like, oh man, it's gonna be amazing where I live then, and it wasn't.
Well, Scar, you had some good lights where you were at, right?
I'm sending you pictures, Etho.
Yeah, he's got some good. He got good photos. Scar got really good photos.
I put in a bit of an effort for these photos.
Oh yeah.
Where's your Etho, you need to put a profile picture on your thing. I never can find you.
Do I? Like everybody else has one.
Chat, can
I
we
should stand
please
out.
get Etho a profile picture for God's
I
sake?
should stand out because I don't.
I think it does. I think it stands out since he doesn't have one.
I call shenanigans. Wait, why does Discord have to be like this? Okay, there we go. There we go. I sent him to the right person, I think. So these colors were brighter than what I saw, but they were like 30-second and a 2-minute
wow.
exposure. But we could see the color and the kind of the wave outlines and stuff.
Those are your photos,
Yeah, yeah.
dude. That's amazing.
It's the first time I've done a long exposure in 10 years.
Oh, it's long exposure, so it wasn't that bright.
No. So like they were, you could see the green and you could see the purple, but it was
Yeah.
faint. It wasn't like super bright. But when you expose for 30 seconds in a minute, like, oh my god, the colors just exploded up there. I had so much fun. I haven't done that in so long. I had a shutter release and a wide angle lens and a tripod. I was such a goof. I was in my element. I forgot how much I love photography.
They turned out great. They look great.
They look awesome. Have you
When
showed
I was
streams, Scar? You showed streams.
when I was
I should.
a kid,
Will.
I saw Northern Lights like this before, where it was like this bright. and
Oh, you
the
saw
whole
like
sky.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Where were you when you saw that?
Just at my home.
Oh, where you live? Oh, okay. I wonder if you like traveled, like to. It seems like Alaska and whatever, Norway.
I don't know what it was, but this one night they were just insane, and like we didn't hear anything about it on the news or anything. It was just like just happened to look out the window. It's like, oh my goodness, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. It was like reds and yellows and pinks and super bright and super active. When they move around a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes they kind of look static, almost like they don't change much.
Mm-hmm.
But this night they were insane.
I've
thing I've ever
wanted
seen.
to see that for.
Nice.
I want to see the moving ones. Like you could kind of see that, like that little bit of a wave, kind of. And I was trying to capture it with the camera to try to get like the wave blurs, but I couldn't get it as much. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I stayed up and got my tripod out of the closet.
I think there's
you
just
were
too
ready,
much
man.
light
You were ready.
pollution now to really see them like you used to be able to.
Yeah, like people need to turn their stupid lights off. We don't need street lights. Do we really need street lights? I don't think we need street lights. I'm an anti-street light guy. I'm standing on this podium and saying that I think we should get rid of street lights.
I agree.
What's the point of it?
Streetlights?
Yeah, street lights.
Save lives?
How many lives are saved or
Compromise.
Shut them off, set a curfew, everybody stays home after 7 o'clock.
What if you had smart street lights though that turn off when it turn on only when there's a car nearby?
or like house lights? Like people leave their house lights on all night, and it's like that's burning my window, that's burning into my house. It's like maybe you just turn your lights on when you go outside and you turn them off when you come in. It saves energy and saves the sky above.
Or
Now-
you get an even bigger light and just flood their whole house with light. Then they shut theirs off. They get theirs.
As somebody who has been robbed many times, Scar,
What?
let me tell you, having a bright outside light is one of the most important deterrents from getting robbed. There's a reason people have the outside light on.
How many times have you been robbed?
Quite a few at this point.
Okay.
What are they robbing? Hey?
Tools have been stolen.
No.
You know, some people come by for gas.
Wait, what? They siphon your gas?
Yeah, that's
Really?
happened.
Wow.
Have they ever made it to the maple syrup vault?
That's been That's under wraps. That's underground.
Okay. Well, yeah, we don't want to give any information on that. We don't want any robbers to get a hold of that information.
I can't say any more about it. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, lights and a fence. I never realized how much a fence helps. It helps a ton.
I want a gate. I want a gate, and somebody has to put in a code, and I won't tell them the code, and they have to like stay out there for a while until I tell them the code. That's my dream. I want a gate.
You just look at him like, nope, that's the wrong one.
Just wave at him. Just wave him at the gate. I've always wanted like a long driveway with a gate. Oh. I do, like when people ring my doorbell asking like, hey, looks like you need a new roof. And I'm just like, get off my driveway. I'm gonna spray you with the hose. We had some thievery when I grew up in California, then we went back for a few years. And I feel like it was like every other month somebody broke the window in the car, just like trying to pull out trash. And my dad was at the time, he over like 2 years tiled the entire house like himself, just one tile at a time. And the crates of tile were out there, and he started noticing like literally the like boxes of tiles were just disappearing like one after another. He's like, what? I'm like, an entire crate is now missing. The people are who steals tile? Like there was 4 crates and one entire crate just disappeared.
Where do how do they even resell those? Like
maybe they're a construction person and they just figured like, well, let's keep this on the side, no material cost. I don't know. Awful people.
Yeah, that's wild.
And it was like my dad spent like
construction
2
people
years
are
doing
always
that.
cutting corners and looking for deals and
like your gas, Etho.
my gas.
You said people were stealing your gas.
Oh yeah.
So do you go to your car and then it's just on empty?
More from like machinery.
Oh, like tractors or something like stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
But that feels even worse because you can't drive that down to the gas station.
They got bigger tanks, so.
Yeah, you got to go like, yeah, that could be a real frustrating thing.
You go to fire up the lawnmower and it's out of gas, and you're like, what do I do?
It's not always like thieves either. You know, like gas sniffers.
What?
People that get some joy out of smelling gas.
Oh, they're getting high off the gas.
I've had issues with that before as well.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
What is
And
going
they never put the gas cap back on. It's so annoying. They just leave it off.
These guys, what is it? You
Like,
walk
how
out there
rude
and
can
do
you
the
be?
gas
You
cap
can't
or
put the
something?
gas cap back on after you've had your fun.
I think they might be a little bit out of it at that point, Etho. That's asking a lot.
I don't know, because it's like one source isn't enough for them. They have to go find more, too.
Jeez. Sometimes I'll admit, sometimes I hate the smell of gas. It makes me like just want to die, and also I can barely breathe. But it does bring back sometimes memories of Disneyland, the Autopia, which is nice. In between having trouble breathing, kind of like, oh, I remember this as a kid. It's nice.
I love the smell of it, but I know not to smell it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it just reminds me, the smell of especially diesel, like really reminds me of going to
that's
Disneyland
gross.
as a kid. Because yesterday I was on my off-road wheelchair, stupid truck just goes by, like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh God, I'm not gonna be able to breathe for 5 minutes. All right.
You know
well,
the
that's
worst thing about
interesting.
getting robbed, though?
What?
I was like in the middle of a Final Fantasy X playthrough, like 50 hours in, just about to fight the final boss. They stole my PlayStation.
What?
Yeah, I had to start all over.
Wow.
They mean the thieves
terrible,
that they
man.
came in your house?
Yeah, the house has been robbed before.
Dang.
A lot of my old games got stolen.
Do you lock your doors?
Oh, of course.
Are they popping
But
the paint out?
Windows
What are they-
scar.
Etho, do you need some help?
It's those crafty Canadians. They're out there. In
Yeah,
rural
you
Canada,
know,
huh?
Canadians, we get the reputation of being nice, but there's a bunch of them.
Turns out they're thieves, but nice at the same time.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Oh my god.
Yeah, once you get robbed a few times, your view of the world changes a bit.
Yeah, man, that's
Wow.
that's rough.
You always think, oh, it'll never happen to me, and then it happens, and then it happens again and again and again.
That's like peeping Toms.
If you ever have an abandoned house, like they flock to those.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
gotta
that makes
really
sense.
watch
Yeah.
it. Like they'll break in almost once a week.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because when we were selling my grandma's house, like they were worried that like in California, people would just take over the house. Like it was like
Yeah.
what? Like, yeah.
Yeah, they go in there, they live in there, they steal the copper, they
Steal the copper. They do steal the copper. That sounds silly, but it's true. It's like all of a sudden the house has no plumbing anymore. Can we get Etho some security? Like I'm worried. Like, can we get some cameras, some lights, some maybe just like
Yeah,
a
no
man
kidding.
with like a very official vest? Like, I don't know. I'm worried about Etho now, Cub.
Me too. Jeez.
Could we get you like a big dog maybe? I don't know if you're a pet guy or anything, but maybe like a really big dog. It could be nice, but they don't have to know that.
I've got it taken care of now. I haven't had any problems in a while.
He's got the fence. He's got the lights now.
I'm not gonna ask,
So
but
he's-
I'm also really curious how he took care of this. Well, I'll ask you about that later, Ethan. I'm very curious now.
The last incident I had turned out to be a false alarm. I called the cops on somebody I know instead because I thought they were breaking in, but they were just getting something for a job.
You just have people show up just getting some tools?
Like normally when you go visit a family member, right? You go to the door and you say
Yeah.
hi first.
Yeah.
One of my family members went
Oh, it was a
right for the
family member.
goods
Okay.
when they had like their flashlights poking around, and I thought it was someone breaking in, and called the cops on them.
Oh, so you just saw lights outside, like moving
Yeah,
around. Okay.
it looked like I was getting robbed, but it was somebody I knew actually. Just picking
Okay.
something up.
Ethan's not messing around anymore. He's calling
Yeah,
the popo the second he sees a flashlight.
Yep.
What the heck was that?
Hello.
Hey, Ren.
Hey, Ren. Oh,
Whoops.
Hi, Ren. Have you been robbed
on.
recently?
I've not. No.
Okay.
He's been robbed.
Etho,
been
this man is
Etho.
being abused. We need to defend this man. This poor
been through
Canadian.
it.
We need to defend him at all costs.
You've been robbed, Etho? That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And they're huffing his gas, Ren.
Oh no.
they are.
The humanity.
Yeah, getting robbed does really suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like losing the stuff that's that part does suck, but it's kind of like the violation that's the worst bit.
Yeah,
right?
the stuff can be replaced. It's just like the violation of you now like feeling unsafe wherever you live.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you get paranoid like crazy after it.
Exactly, and that's what happened with the peeping Tom that we had for a while. It was unbelievable.
Tom.
Yeah, it was
You were
back in
Peep Tom?
California. He was a tow truck guy. We were always wondering, why is the tow truck always parked outside? And then one day, like, I hear the truck pull up, and I'm like, gosh dang it, he's back. Tow truck guy's here again. And I look out there, dude's just staring right in our window.
Really?
And then I'm like,
That's so creepy.
and I could see him like, because I was looking through a different window. He's over there, and I see him then like doing like the duck walk, right? Like he's kind of like crouched, just like hobbling into our backyard. And then he goes and starts looking in like our neighbors, and my dad's like, we're done with this. We're done with this. And he calls 911, or I don't even think he called the emergency number. I think he just called the whatever. And they're like, he's probably just a repo man, just doing repo man things. And he's like, he is in our bushes, walking around in our yards. And then the cop who came was like, no, I know what this is. he's like, so he locks the truck doors, right? Like the cop, he locks the doors in his tow truck, and then kind of parks around the corner. And he comes back and he's trying to open the door and he can't get in. And the cop comes around the corner, is like, what you been doing? It turns out he was a serial peeping Tom. He had 2 charges.
Really?
He had 2 previous charges and was currently waiting trial on another set of trespassing and indecent exposure. And he's getting rolled up again. The tow
So
truck,
actually
the tow
peeping,
truck
not
company
just scouting.
told us we should have just ignored it. My dad called up the tow truck
Crazy.
company. I was like, you guys realize what's going on? This guy's been parking in front of our house for like a week. We finally catch him. It turns out he's peeping Tom in our windows. And they're like, you should have just let him. You should have just told him to go away. You brought shame against our company, is what they said.
That's outrageous.
Wow.
But I can safely say that I took down a peeping Tom.
I hope you didn't get any pictures of you with your Jabba the Hutt plushie.
I don't have a job for that plushie. I have.
I had a landlord once who violated my space in a horrible way.
But came into your place?
I lived on the same floor as him, and I just lived in like a small room that I was renting, and he lived in the room on the same floor. And I used to go to work in the city, but one day I stayed home, and I was just working on my computer, and he just walked in his bathrobe, but bathrobe open.
Oh my goodness.
Like he'd just woken up and thrown on a bathrobe, you know? Just walked in, went to my toilet and had a pee. And then he turned around and saw me. I was like so shocked that I was speechless. Because
So this was like on routine he was doing this, you think?
Yeah, so it was obviously this is what he would do, you know, when I was at work. So this was just his morning routine would be to come and you know, he was too lazy to go downstairs to his bathroom, like in the downstairs area.
This
he
was
like,
going in
"Oh,
a
I'm so
direction that I'm glad it turned away from, but it's still horrifying. Oh my god.
He was like, I'm so sorry about this. I was like, yeah, well, yeah.
Stay out of here, you fool.
Yeah, what do you say to that? Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
well,
Firstly, close your bathrobe, dude. I can see everything. Secondly, you violated all sorts of laws. He did, when I left the place, he gave my deposit back and doubled the deposit return. So there was that.
Oh, okay.
at least.
That's nice.
Well, hey, he came out well in the end.
Yeah,
I
I,
mean,
guess
you
so.
kind of had a roommate, so I guess you should cover his ass.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's true. All the times he used my bathroom.
Did you ever notice like food missing or anything like that?
No. I think I honestly he was quite a lazy chap. So I literally think he was just too lazy to go downstairs. So he would just use my bathroom.
Did you notice your toilet paper was unnaturally decreasing?
No, I did not notice this. No. I mean, would anybody think that someone would have the audacity to like use your toilet when you're at work? I mean, this is not something you ever think about, right?
Yeah. That's
I
something
know if
that
somebody
would be,
used
like,
my
the furthest
toilet.
thing from your mind.
Oh, you reckon? Why do you leave like glass on the floor or something?
I'm the youngest of siblings. We know everything that happens. We're experts at finding things, hidden things, and know when somebody has entered the room.
Splashes, smells, you know, toilet seat up.
We're heightened
lots of
because
giveaways.
we're smaller. We're weaker. We have to be heightened at all times.
Well, I'm an eldest, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
You tune that stuff out, Ren.
Because
What, if
he's
you're
the
the
biggest.
if
He
you're the
doesn't
eldest?
need to be worried all the time. He doesn't need to be watching
Yeah.
his back.
True.
The in the chat right now, the people that are the youngest siblings, they know what I'm talking about. The older ones are like, "This is crazy! Oh my gosh!"
What
They
about
know.
the
They
middle
know what
ones?
they've done. They're just trying to pretend that they didn't do anything wrong. But the youngers, they know. The youngins, we know what's going on out there.
Do the middle ones have any
There's
superpowers?
something wrong with those ones. They're caught. They're caught.
lucky.
Caught
They're
in
lucky just to
between.
make it.
They're just looking for love. They're not the oldest. They're not the youngest. They're just confused.
As the youngest, do you get a lot of like hand-me-down stuff
Yes.
that the ones above you got before?
Yeah. Lots of stuff. Lots of hand. Yeah. My bike, dude. When I got my own bike for the first time, I was like, that was cloud nine. I got my red bike because the bike that I had before that forever went down like multiple kids. So when I got it, it was a little rough around the edges. It was fine. I still liked it. It went on many miles with it. But when I got my own bike, whew, I was riding high.
That's like freedom for a kid. Getting your own bike.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like the best moment.
Yeah. The bike was so old, like the rubber handlebars, one of them didn't have like the rubber had been ripped off, so it was just exposed like metal. And when I was learning how to ride, I just went right for my dad's truck and just scraped the entire length of it with that side. So yesterday when
I didn't have a rubber stopper. You know, what could I do, Dad?
the problem was I did it twice.
Oh no.
This is where I wish we had cell phones back in the old days. Like we could have had a video of me like doing it twice. But this almost happened again with my off-road wheelchair. It was my first trip yesterday, and I'm like backing out, and I just about swiped my dad's car again. My mom was like, "It's the van incident all over again." It's like, no, I didn't make contact. I didn't make contact.
The first place I went when I got my bike was the BMX track.
Ooh,
But
that'd be
was-
fun.
I guess I was 7 or something, and the hills or like the ramps were triple my size, right? So to me, they just looked like an enormous mountain.
Helmet or
Like
no
push-
helmet, Ren?
It's
At that time. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
helmet, of course. Yeah, Mum was like, "You must wear this helmet."
Yeah, I
But
know
I went
some
to the
wild
top of,
ones
like-
out there without helmets. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Were you a
Went to
helmet
top-
guy?
I was a
Yeah,
helmet
were you
guy.
helmet guy?
Yeah, I was a helmet guy too. I was to a fault. I would make sure my brothers had their helmets on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's
Yeah,
a
went to the
question:
top
when you
one of
ride your
those ramps
bikes,
and, like, yeah,
do you
go on.
guys like it with the traffic coming towards you or behind you? I always thought
Towards.
it was the law that you go with the direction of traffic, but I was told this was not true.
On bike, you go with traffic.
Right?
On foot, you go against traffic.
Oh, interesting. Is that a Canadian thing or just, or is that?
I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know.
Walking toward it. It's the
The
law.
reason being, if you're going like 20 on a bike and a vehicle hits you going 60, if you're going against, like, it'll either be an 80 or it'll be a 40, right? You want it to be slower.
Interesting. Okay.
But if you're walking, you're barely moving, so it doesn't really matter, and you want to see the traffic so it doesn't hit you.
Yeah, that's what my dad always says, but I don't like oncoming things at me. So yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Etho, you got 20 miles an hour on a bike? Jeez.
Yeah, I used to cruise
Cruising.
on the bike.
Did they steal your bike?
I've actually never had my bike stolen.
Okay,
surprisingly.
that's good. That's good.
I've had it tampered with, but not stolen.
That's good. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
I used to have a weed whacker motor on my bike, and like people would sometimes pull the hoses on it, and I'd be like, "Why isn't it working?" And then they'd be like, "Oh, someone messed with it."
Oh, okay. Were they trying to steal it?
I don't know what they were doing. People just like messing with stuff, I think.
Do you live in The Walking Dead? Like it just feels like there's like people just out of their minds, like messing with your stuff, stealing like survival.
Keep in mind, like these things don't happen all the time. This is like months apart incidents, right? It's
Okay,
not like I'm getting
okay.
robbed and then someone's messing with my bike the next day. Or it's like there's time in between these things.
Okay. Wow.
Did you guys have go-karts when you were kids?
Don't talk about go-karts.
Not when I was a kid, but a little later. I knew someone with a go-kart.
The first time I drove a go-kart, like a petrol go-kart, it was the most joyous moment of my life. It was the best.
They are really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's been a lifelong dream of riding a go-kart.
Well, you kind of have a go-kart.
I
You've
do
got, like,
kind of
an
now,
adult
yeah.
go-kart.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
That thing
Off-road.
cruises, dude. What's the max speed on that thing?
Oh man, I tried to. Oh man, I really want to remove the governor. I was asking Zach with Jerry Rigs everything. I was asking like, hypothetically, like if the governor wasn't on, it's like how fast would this go? And he's like, that's not
I've
safe.
gotten up to 35 on my bike. Terrifying.
It can go like with its motor, it can go 12 miles an hour. But obviously going downhill, and I live basically on the side of a cliff. It feels like sometimes I can get ripping like 20 plus miles an hour and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
I want
Pretty
more
nice.
speed. I want more speed.
That's moving.
Is it bouncy or is it pretty stable?
It can get a little bouncy on like real rough grass, but on the pavement, it is like glass. Just it is.
Can you Can you do handbrake turns?
What do you mean?
Like you hit the brakes and go "Urgh," and like swing the
Yes,
swing
my
the butt of the
tires are
vehicle
sad. Yes.
behind.
Skid in, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, like do a skid.
I got about a foot off of last year. I got about a foot off the ground with one of my tires, and I'm like, I should do that again.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was ripping yesterday, and this guy like shouted at me. I was like, "What does that thing have brakes?" And I just looked at him like, "Yeah." I don't know what he wanted. He just shouted at me. Does that thing have brakes? Like, I don't know what you want from me.
Now, can you take that like on a road, Scar? Like, can you use it like kind of as like a car if you wanted to?
I can take it any.
Like,
I can
like
take it.
residential streets.
Yeah, I can take it on the street. It's
Nice.
it's classified as a wheelchair at the end of the day. Like I can take it on paths anywhere like a wheelchair can go, even on paths that say, at least in my state, it says like, oh, like no motorized vehicles. Well, this is a wheelchair, so tough beans.
Oh, that's awesome. So you can just be like on like a hiking trail or something like that. That's smoother. You
Yeah.
can just be like, see you later. You just go right by them.
Yeah, last year my brother
That's
took me to a thing called like a Butte Butt or whatever it's called. And it's this like really cool kind of peninsula over Portland. And there's some really cool like valley trails, and then there's an area where it like dips into like a canyon, and it's just like you're in a rainforest. So it's like all these different, it feels like you're going through like multiple climates, and it was super fun just to whip through there.
Nice.
I have no way of transporting it. He rented a truck. I have no way of transporting it, so I just drive around where I live. But I've gone 375 miles. I'm hoping to hit 500 this year.
Sweet.
Nice, dude.
You have a horn on it, right? Doo-doo.
I don't. I want one because I want to know
Oh,
my
you need to
dad every
get
time
Oh,
I
you
zip
gotta have
by
a
him.
horn.
My dad's out there pulling weeds. I just want to honk at him every single time I go by.
Get the one from the mosque. You know, the one that goes, ah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yep,
That one.
that's a good one.
Yeah, man. I really wanted to go. Oh God, I wanted to go on a go-karts all my life. Went to Mount Rushmore. And on the way out, we decided to stop at the ICBM museum instead of go to the go-karts. And I'm like, next time we're through here, I want to go to the go-karts. And we didn't go back.
They're really fun, like off trail.
Ooh, I bet. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. And then you try race each other. And hope nobody flips.
Yeah, Chad went to an ICBM museum. It's in South Dakota. It's at, what is it, Ellis Air Force Base? This is the one where the bones are stationed. On the base, there's an air museum, which is actually a really good air museum. But they have on the base they have a full like ICBM silo that they use for training. And now it's like they take museum groups there. It's disturbing, but also interesting at the same time.
It's the most American sentence I've ever heard.
It's very, very much. My mom was not a fan of the whole thing.
Just gonna stop him at the ICBM museum on the way to, the Dunkin' Donuts.
My mom's like, this is my worst nightmare. I grew up during this time. I don't want to relive this.
They probably had the duck and cover.
Oh
that
God!
classic,
If you brought that up to my mom, she'd just be like, "No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this." Like back then, right? They had to put they had to write on these little giant cards. They're like, "My mom is this name. My dad is this. This is where I live. This is our phone number. These are my brothers. These are my sisters." And they would then wear that. And apparently, that and ducking under their desk was going to save them from a bomb.
Crazy.
It
On that
was
note,
kind
I've
of
got some treats
interesting,
to
the
make.
silo, to be honest. There was some wild engineering in there, like ways where this little periscope where they could see the stars and stuff. To I don't know, it was real wild.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Man.
That is cool. Well, I'm off to make some treats, guys. I'll see
Hey,
you
it
later.
worked.
See you, Ren.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm
There
going
he
to...
goes. We should rob him. No, just kidding. Just have a lot of robbing on my mind.
Rob Ren. Rob the rubbish dump.
Apparently he's gone too. He's gonna go check on his stuff, make sure he didn't get robbed.
You gotta go get those turtles, Scar. You gotta see what they hatched you.
Forgot about the turtles. Completely forgot about the turtles, Cub.
Yeah.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
That's a great horn.
That is good.
Chat told me that I could just use seagrass and like lure them, but I'm like, dude, that would take me like 3 hours.
And have them walk alongside of you? Yeah, that would take a while.
That would take a real long time.
Yeah, you gotta boat them or something.
Cub, are those special fireworks? Are they getting close? It's getting close.
They're close. A lot of them are made.
Yes.
Just gotta wait for the shop upgrade though.
Chat, he's got some special fireworks coming. Very excited. Oh, they know about it. They know about the ones. You had them in your videos.
Bunch of them. Yeah, thousands.
I didn't want to spoil, but then I remember, yeah, they were in your videos. I'm excited. I ran out of mine. But I do have these. I do have this. I do have some of my Death Star ones you gave me.
Oh yeah, the Death Star. Boom, boom.
It just needs like a little bit of green at the end too.
Yeah.
Dude, I have the greatest transition. I like coming with random transitions in my videos. And so when I blew up all that stuff, I was like, we need to use the Destroyer of Worlds, and I like went down like that, and then transitioned up, and like everything was broken, like all the debris was up in the air.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I thought it was a fun little transition. From
That's super cool because it was like an explosion, and then it's like exploded like around you.
Yeah. Chad, did you appreciate that? That transition was smooth. Cutting the 2 clips was not easy, but I found like, because the first time I did it, it bounced me to the right. The second time it bounced me to the left. So then I had to like cut in a weird way to make it like look clean.
Do like a camera, like the camera had to move or something like that.
Yeah, I had to do a few little things to make that look a little cleaner. I'm glad the chat seems to like it.
Sweet, dude.
All right, I guess I gotta go get these turtles. And Cub, you gotta finish the shop because I want to buy those rockets.
Yeah, I do have to work on the shop.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
All right, good luck, man. Good luck.
All right, see you, Cub. Goodbye. Ooh. Guys. Dang it.
Have to be this way.
Wait, where did he go?
Did you not kill me enough times yesterday?
Oh, hello. Dude, what's going on down here? Okay, I can't get distracted. I've gotta go. Wait, is that Skizzy? Oh, now I gotta bug Skiz. This is an obligation that I have. No, Skiz, you get back here right now, mister. You get back here right now, mister. He's back.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
He's gone again, dang it. He's back again. Where is he? Oh, look at the cute foxies. Is he? He's got his lead in his mouth. Does the other one still have my head? Oh my god, he's still got my head. Oh, I forgot about this one. What's up, homie? Oh, that's so funny. Have you guys seen this? He's got my head. Oh, that's so funny.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
Okay, we gotta focus. Focus up, guys. We got big stuff, big plans, big important things. All right, so we have to. Okay, we gotta do this. Okay, we gotta go find a turtle. Literally, where are the turtles? Okay, we're gonna try the minecart. Might be our fastest. What in tarnation is this? Etho and Friends Flower Farm. Etho, this is on my base. Etho, there's gonna be an exhibit of animals right here. We're gonna have to put that under the exhibit. Maybe it'll get bulldozed then instead of accommodations. Turtle, guys. Turtles. Okay. All right, how in the world? I'm not gonna shoot it with the bow, guys. Come on, it was just in my hand. I'm working the turtle to the shore here. Come on, buddy. Come on, go to the shoreline. Yeah, you love the shoreline. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun times. Fun times. I don't have a minecart. Lure it with the seagrass. Oh, you guys are right. You guys are 100% right. You're the smart ones in this chat. Hold on one second. Let's see. We can probably get rid of a couple little things out of our inventory to free up a bit of space. Okay, sweet. All right, what were we doing here again? Chat, what were we doing again? Oh, why did I come back here? 1 hour later. Why did I come back here? A minecart. Thank you. As I said, you guys are the smart ones. All right, there we go. Sweet. By the way, we have not had any Disney talk in a while. Recently, Disneyland got new permitting for Anaheim, and that means that basically Disney can do whatever they want on their land, whereas before it was very segmented in saying that this was resort land, this was like this was hotel, and this was shopping, this was park. You can't hog a man without his pants on. I'm so far away. I'm so far away. Justice. False was in it on it too, Ren. Welcome back, me. This is you just greenlit yourself as being Hawkeye's #1 enemy, Skiz. #1 enemy of Hawkeye is now Skizzly Wizzleman. What's up, buddy? I'm gonna Hawkeye you. I finally start talking about Disney, and then this happens. Good old Xisuma always has an ender chest, always following the rules, just like Cub. So, with that, they basically have a lot more freedom to expand the parks and or do a third gate. So that's kind of exciting. Will they do a third gate? I don't know. I think there's a possibility either way. Anyway, but it just means that the parks can like vastly expand now, which is really cool. Excuse me, I'm quite excited about it. What in tarnation is this? Just a big old copper thing. Ren, do you have a piece of food?
A piece of food, you say?
Yes, I don't have any health.
I do recall yesterday you killing me over 6 times in a row.
That was all fun and games. We were at the theater. What happens at the theater stays in the theater.
Fair enough.
Oh, thank you. Oh gosh, thank you.
You may have 2 carrots.
Thank you. Oh, that's okay. Now I have health back.
Dude?
Appreciate it,
How
Red.
did he get
Goodbye.
you? Bye.
I wasn't gonna punch a man giving me a carrot. But it's very exciting that the parks can now do a lot more expansion and stuff like that. The thing that I hope is that they make the right decisions, because when they built California Adventure, they made the wrong decision. They didn't go with the right decision at the time, and they've suffered ever since with different land issues, having to redo the park twice. It's been a whole thing. So I just hope that they do the right thing and they make the right decisions, because they did not originally. They could have gone with the Westcott design and brought an Epcot-like version to wow, how rude. Didn't even pick up my stuff.
I'd love to know what you would do with the extra Disneyland space. What is that area missing?
Oh, okay. So what would I do with the land that they now have to build on? I don't know if I don't know if it's possible. I'd have to really look at like what the space is, how much room they have, but I desperately think that Anaheim needs a third gate for capacity reasons. I think that Disney has been extremely reluctant to do it. Iger was pressed on it years ago and said that there was plenty of room in Disneyland to expand. And that's just actually just not true. And I think if they were to, a few years ago, have gone the route of a third park, I think it would have been a better place for Star Wars Land. I think Star Wars Land would have been in a better place if it was in its own park. And I think that park could also accommodate like an Avatar and things along those lines. And Marvel would have been better. So if I had my say, Anaheim would have a third gate. And that's where they would have put Star Wars, Avatar, and Marvel. And I think that would have been the best place for all of those properties, because those properties do not fit where they put them all that well. They're fine, but it could have been better.
Different Pandora Land as one of them. No third gate. It's a 40-ish year plan.
Let's see. A lot of people say that. A lot of people who watch a lot of YouTubers who are new to the game will say that there's no third park, but that's not true. On the actual drawing boards, there's three plans as far as I know for that area. There is what would be more of a boutique style size theme park, something that they toyed around with probably about 10 years ago at Disney World, where they were going to build like a very small scale park, a lot like what what's it called, SeaWorld did with their smaller sea park.
As an aficionado of all things Disney and Star Wars, what are your thoughts on the defunct Star Wars Galactic Star Cruise?
Oh, we've talked about that one extensively in the past. We'll talk about that for sure. But for what one of the, so back in Disney World, there was a time where they were going to build these like what they call quote unquote boutique parks, and they were smaller and they would have like capacity limits. They would be more expensive. They never went through with it. Something like that has been on the drawing board for Disneyland. But I think the two plans at the top of our top is that they would build a smaller scale third gate on the area around whereas it stands now as the parking lots in like in downtown Disney on the edge of that. That plan is weighted lower than the current winning out plan is to expand Disneyland. I'm trying to think of when I heard this. So the plan now is to expand out from California Adventure to Disneyland, but the third gate is still on like the plan. It's just like if you looked at like the hierarchy of what they want to do, which is ever flowing, like it's ever changing, because Disney can't like make a decision anymore. They're as bad as I am when it comes to decision making. So but a third gate is definitely still on the pipeline for Disneyland, and I think it would be the best decision than expand Disneyland, because every time you expand Disneyland, you get further and further away from kind of like its core like thematic designs, and it just becomes like, let's get IP in here, boys. Like, let's get some more IP in here. At all costs, we got to get the IP in. IP number one. See, I always told you guys, you got to be careful. Got to be careful with the YouTubers. They just want you to click on their video, and there's no people mover. It's not coming back. It's not coming back in its current form. We've had that discussion before when all the Disneyland YouTubers were like, the people mover's coming back, guys. It's like, no, it's not coming back because it doesn't meet Cal OSHA and all the different California regulations. It will never come back in its current form. That is a fact. But Scar, you're a YouTuber, right? And I know how it works. All right, we got a turtle, boys. Look at him. He's loving life. He looks beautiful. Is there a second turtle? I'd love a second one, but I don't see one. I know the game. I always wanted to be. I desperately wanted to. There was like maybe like 5 years ago. I wanted to move to Florida and create like a really fun like YouTube channel dedicated to the parks. And then in the last couple of years, I've seen just how gross and toxic like that community has become. And I'm like, nah, I'm probably good. The Disney like social media presence is the absolute worst. It might be worse than the Star Wars community, and that's saying something. So it's rough out there. It is rough. Not all of them. It's tough to find somebody that isn't constantly in a state of fighting. Like, it's just like a constant, like somebody's like, oh, I don't like that, you horrible person. Or it's like everything is always super positive so they can get on the media list. The goal with Disney YouTubers and social media quote unquote influencers in the last 5 years is to overly praise Disney to get on a media list so you can go to events and get free cupcakes. That is the behind the scenes detail. Those people who pretend they love everything don't absolutely love everything by any means. They are just trying to get a free cupcake. And that's why you never get anything real from people. Like, that's why everything feels so like fake and manufactured. It's either like, I hate everything because that makes for good views, or I love everything because I get free cupcakes from Disney. And that's why the whole community grosses me out, and why I don't really participate these days anymore. I liked the Disney fan community back in the forum days before social media. That was the best era, because then you could have a lot more like people in the company that were actually in the company and had real information. They could be more anonymous, and they could give out lots of really like great, cool tips and stuff like that. Now not so much. Cupcakes are great, but how much of your soul do you want to sell to get a free $10 cupcake? But yeah, it's kind of gross these days. It's hard to find anybody decent. What I love when I look for like people who review stuff is like, like, what is the variety of your content? Like, is everything like everything is awesome, or is it like balanced? Is there like, if you say like I like this and I didn't like this, that's a good starting point. When you're all hate or all love, there's usually probably reasons for that in the background.
All the force of Star Wars in your soul, because you send good vibes to your Padawans / view less than 3.
What? I'm so confused. What? So I think when I talk about Star Wars, I talk about the things that I like and dislike, you know. And that's just my opinion. That's not me trying to like court an audience, or that's not me trying to stay on a media. That's not me attempting to get on some kind of media list. It's just my opinion. And that's what I'm so tired of, like the fan communities, is it's either like, because hating content is big business, and then just overly loving things, that means you're trying to, you want to get red carpet, you want to go to this, you want to go to that. It's so hard to find somebody who just tells you what their opinion is, or whatever. I used to love watching all these videos, and not anymore. I do like Offhand Disney. Offhand Disney and Fresh Baked Disney. I do like those two. Offhand is hilarious. He's such a silly goose. And his Love the Haunted Mansion is very endearing. And Lafferty. Don't forget about Lafferty. No, there are good people out there. There are. It's just hard to find them. Defunct Land, but he's really branched out into like something completely different in all the best ways. Balance is important, and there's next to none of that anymore. Like I said, in fandom communities, it's either all love or all hate, because you're trying to court an audience and or a corporation. So it's kind of gross. Scarpon, just delicious looking cupcakes. I love a good cupcake. I do love a good cupcake. Defunct Long Marathon. Man, Defunct, oh man. Defunct, like the way that they put stuff together is just on another level. That's like a YouTube channel that I don't know. You wish you could even come to like a 10th of the quality and passion that they have. It's such a good channel. Let's see, too much frosting, muffins are better. That's a good question, right? I think the top of muffins are like the frosting, and then the bottom of the muffins more like the cake, like if you split in half. This is the whole Seinfeld plot where they had a muffin shop that only sold the top of the muffin because they said everybody discards the bottom of the muffin. I like the bottom of the muffin, I think, better. You're not a muffin person at all? I am only a blueberry muffin person. That's my tried and true muffin. That was the Costco blueberry muffins are ingrained into my brain from when I was a swimmer. And my dad would go to Costco the night or the day before, or actually probably he would get up early, go to Costco and either get blueberry muffins or croissants. And we would have those when we went to swimming. It was so fun. So it's ingrained in my head how much I love those two things. And they always had like positive vibes from when my brothers and I would go to our swim meets. And you know what? I'll say this. We were making fun of California a little while ago. California is at least back in at least this would have been in the 90s. They really knew how to do a good swim meet. Like, oh, it was good times. When I moved to the Northwest, they could learn a lot about how to put on a good swim meet. Everything's inside, and that's fine because of the climate. But in California, at least back in the 90s, don't know, can't vouch for it these days, but back in the day, it was like an event. Everybody had their tents. Everybody had lots of snacks. Lots of snacks. I'm telling you, snacks galore. They really knew how to do it back then. Banana muffin. I've never had a banana muffin. You're currently making blueberry muffins. Whoa, that sounds fantastic. By the way, have we watched Tales of the Empire, by the way? Chat, why do I keep falling off every 5 seconds? Have we watched Tales of the Empire? I watched the first episode and fell asleep. Not saying that it didn't have good quality or wasn't good. It was just I was very sleepy. Have we watched it? What do we think? How do we feel? How are we feeling? Because I have not got a chance to watch it. I was going through a cowboy arc. It was the whole thing. It was good? Okay. I did hear one thing that concerned me, and that the Darth Vader stuff was all like clickbait to get people to watch it. I was really hoping that not to be the case, but I was really hoping that not to be the case. If Darth Vader and Grievous are clickbait, then I am.
300. Hi Scar, sending you good vibes. You're an awesome person and you always brighten up my day. Also, what is your favorite Star Wars project, movie, series, etc., and your least favorite?
I have such an appreciation for the way the Clone Wars went, right? They started out, unfortunately, totally clickbait. No, I need my Darth Vader. No. No. Makes Scar sad. Makes Scar sad. Oh, it's so hard to figure out what my favorite like Star Wars thing is. I like I said, I have such an appreciation for the Clone Wars animated series because I don't know, like it just seemed to just opened up Star Wars so much, in my opinion, of how cool that era was. All the great characters like Ahsoka and all the like the incredible planets they went on, and it had such a great arc to it. So that is really high up on my list of stuff. I also have a great appreciation for Rogue One. I think that is such an underrated movie. That I loved Rogue One. That was very, very good. You know, like I think people complained a little bit about like character development, which is understandable. There maybe could have been a little bit better, but I don't think that really was the point of the movie to really like hone in on too much character development on that. It was more about the setting and what was going on in terms of getting the plans, stuff like that. So I didn't really care too much about the character development not being 100% there. I thought it was still good. So I really love Rogue One. It's hard to pick what my favorite is. Obviously, like, you know, I have a deep appreciation for the prequels because I was a kid when they came out, and as a kid, they were absolutely fantastic. The toys were on another level. I have one of them right here. When I say the toys were on another level, the toys for the prequel era Like this is George Lucas like at his prime, right? Like he's all excited. He's excited. There was some wild and cool toys back then. I just love just going to like Fred Meyer and Target and just looking at them all, like just looking at all the toys. Like there's just so many cool ones. I just remember just being in awe of the toy racks and stuff like that. And when the new movies came out, obviously I was older, but one thing I really picked up on, I was like, man, when the prequels came out when I was a kid, the amount of toys were like on another level. And looking at the shelves when the new movies came out, like there was like next to nothing. I guess kids don't play with their toys anymore, or there just wasn't anything good, or I'm not sure. Let's see, what else from the Star Wars universe. I did like Rebels was good. I think Rebels has some of my favorite single episodes of any of the animated series, but I still would put Clone Wars above Rebels. Even though Rebels have some of my favorite episodes of all time, I'd still put Clone Wars probably a little higher in its standings. Let's see. What other shows do I like? What other ones? What other ones? Let's see. I'm trying to think. What other Star Wars things do I love?
Desert tipped $5. Hey Scar, was wondering if you believed in ugly colors? For example, some people think certain shades of green are ugly, but I think any color can look good in the right environment.
Oh, I 100%. I mean, yeah, there could, obviously it can be hyperbolic and be like, I hate that color. But at the end of the day, any color in the right context can be amazing. It's all about how you present it and use that color. There really is no ugly color. I mean, even like a poop brown has its place. Even a poop brown has its place. All colors have their place in the universe. And I mean, like I said, like a lot of times I can be really silly and hyperbolic about things, but like, oh, I hate blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, like all things are beautiful. And some colors that I might not like choose for something, I might see used in another context, and I'm just like, man, isn't that so cool about colors and how they can be used in so many different ways? Stuff. It's really cool. Except dye red. I've always accepted dye red in my life. The Mandalorian. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, the beautiful thing about The Mandalorian for me is that when The Mandalorian came out, like I wasn't super jazzed on the direction like Star Wars was going. And when Mandalorian season 1 came out, I'm like, this is what I wanted. Like something different, something unique. When Mandalorian came out, all the characters were unique. And that was so special to me about it, was that it wasn't recycled characters and stuff like that. Obviously that came later, but I think the beauty, I don't hear any dolphins. They're still alive and loving life. The beauty of it was, you had the droids and you had Baby Yoda, you had the Mandalorian. Obviously there were Mandalorians and there obviously were that particular droid, the assassin droid, but those were all unique characters. Greef Karga, all these characters were fantastic. And it was just such like a fresh, like a breath of fresh air. And it didn't feel like they were just like overly using like prior characters and stories. And it just felt so alive. And I think I would say like my least favorite Star Wars, it's the sequels. They just didn't hit. I mean, the whole Palpatine thing was kind of nonsense. I did like Force Awakens. I still watch Force Awakens and kind of wish like things could have been better. It's a great tragedy that we never got Luke, Han, and Leia in the same shot. How is that? Like, how in the halls of Lucasfilm did they not feel like that was an appropriate thing to do? I'll never understand that. But I still did like Force Awakens. Stupid egg. That egg is still... I'm still angry with that egg, guys. But I still like Force Awakens. It's still good. My favorite scene from the sequels is still Rey leaning up against that AT-AT, or whatever, however people pronounce it. when she's got like the rebel helmet on. I'm like, that's cool. I was like, I remember I saw that in the theaters. I'm like, that's super cool. Okay, are you in the minecart? Oh, jeez. The turtle hatch? Oh, you made me think the turtle hatch. Oh, dang. Oh, if you did think there were 2 eggs here, by the way, the second one got crushed by a dolphin. Kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer on that one. Did you just go flying? The dolphin is swimming on the bubble currents. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's so funny. That's so funny. You know what we could do? We could take panes and trap the dolphins around these water columns, and then they'll never die. All right, push them in there. Push them in there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Woo! There he goes. I kind of want to keep him in the minecart now, guys. I kind of do. I kind of want to keep him in the minecart. And no, I'm not torturing. There's no torturing. Definitely no torturing at all. It's just chilling in the minecart. That is enjoyable.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
But I think when it comes down to the prequels, my frustration is like the lack of continuity and the kind of like how Skiz would always say ad hoc nature of them, where they just felt like they were coming up with storylines as they went along instead of had like an actual plan, actual outline. Like, I mean, I think Daisy Ridley said at one point that, or is that her name? Daisy? It's Daisy something. I think she said at one point that she had heard that her parents were going to be like Obi-Wan, and it was just like a constant. It just seemed like chaos. They needed like 3 or 4 years longer to like develop the stories, have continuity between it. I do think the third movie, if it was was it Trobeck? Oh man, I'm going back on a few years. What is the name of the director that got taken off of the third movie? I forgot what it was, but his storyline was actually pretty good. You went back to Tatooine. It was really, really dark, and it seemed like it was great. Like reading through that, it sounded good. It didn't have anything to do with Palpatine, which was fantastic. So I was like all for that. That script sounded fantastic, but the one we got was just like horrific. Like, right? The last movie was just, oh my god, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? But yeah, no, I thought I feel like it's like Colin Trevorrow. There you go. Didn't he do the Jurassic Park movie? His script wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty cool. I would have loved to have seen Tatooine. And there were some really interesting story beats from that film. But what they ended up doing was just like atrocious. He did Jurassic World. I thought so. I thought there was some kind of Jurassic Park thing in there. I do think it must be absolutely miserable to work for Lucasfilm, to be honest with you. Like, you see how many directors, writers, how many productions just get constantly canceled. Like, it just seems like it must be a disaster to work for them. Because if you think about it, like, how many movies have they announced that have never even gone into production? Like, it feels like they constantly like, we got this new movie, it's so exciting, we got this great, director.
I miss the old
it never happens.
Nova, California. The orange tree scene has been burned in my brain. I do like Disneyland over Disney World.
I agree. Soaring over California is the superior, is definitely the superior Soarin'. Soarin' over the world's fine, but if I had the choice, I would always pick Soarin' over California because it doesn't have kind of that wonkiness of the way they filmed it. There's actually a YouTube video that explains perfectly how they did Soarin' over California and how they did Soarin' over the world, and you're like, oh, like that's why it's a little bit wonky and stuff like that. And I'm not a huge fan of the CGI in it. I think that's a little bit corny. I always wanted my grandpa to see soaring over California. He was a pilot. He would have loved it. He would have absolutely loved soaring over California. I think he might have. I think he would have loved the queue more than the ride. I don't think we need to name tag the turtle. They don't despawn like the. We will name it, but they don't despawn like the dolphins do. He would have loved the queue. So the queue for soaring over California at California Adventure at Disneyland. The entire queue is about aviation accomplishments in the state of California, and that's like my grandpa right there. Like he would have looked at that and he would have been on cloud 9 looking at all the photos. He would have just been like, just go ahead. I don't need to ride the ride. I just want to look at all the photos on the walls, and all like the notable like figures up in the air and stuff like that. He would have loved that. I wish he could have got to see that. Soarin' in Tokyo is amazing. Oh, it is. Well, because Tokyo's Tokyo. Tokyo spends the money. I often say, like, I get frustrated with some of the stuff like Imagineering does these days, but it's not really Imagineering. It's really just management being cheap in the United States. Like you compare the incredible attractions and attention to detail at Tokyo, and you're like, Imagineering still understands how to do it. It's just the executives in the domestic parks are just awful at what they do. They're just awful. I would love for some of those Tokyo executives to come over to the States and teach the Americans a few things about how to run a park, because they've lost their way. Tokyo, man, they just know how to do it there. Let's see. I needed dirt. That's what I needed. Someday go to Tokyo. Someday.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
But yeah, I'd absolutely love to. I'd absolutely love to go to Tokyo. I think that'd be so sweet. Do I believe the theory that Jar Jar is the Sith Lord? It's probably not true, as much as that would be fun. But apparently Lucas did have a lot more plans for Jar Jar that never came to be because people weren't happy with him. Apparently. I'm pretty sure that's real. Yeah, guys, let's stop the Phasmo stuff. Like, let's just chill out and have fun. All right. If you want to watch Phasmo, go watch Phasmo. If you want to hang out and hear me complain about Disney, then you stay right here. But yeah. All right, there we go. So I know a lot of people, like, this is the thing I was talking about before, where people are either like on one side or the other. I think Disney has done some good things and they've done some bad things with Star Wars. It's kind of a mixed bag for me. Like, I don't think it was all horrible, and I don't think it was all fantastic. I think they've done some good stuff. They've done some bad stuff. And even Lucas did some weird, random stuff back in the day too. I always give him a little bit more leeway because he is the creator. He's the guy who created it. So I always give him a little bit more leeway when it comes to that stuff. What's my opinion on DreamWorks? I like DreamWorks. I've been to DreamWorks. Super fun. Super good people. I was very fortunate quite a few years back to be able to go to DreamWorks. Actually, speaking of the devil, I found my visitor badge. This was what, 2000, man, it was 2009, I think it was 2009. So this was DreamWorks PDI. So this was up in the Bay Area. So this was their studio there, which I don't know if is still existing, but that was the visitor badge for it. And then I found this other thing, is how to care for your B.O.B. So Bob, which was like one of their characters from one of their recent movies, and it was like this little like spongy guy. So I recently found that, so that's really cool. Inside that office, they had their Shrek Academy Award, which is cool. So yeah, I like DreamWorks. I think DreamWorks does fantastic stuff. I've always been a bit of a Pixar fanboy, but I also quite enjoy DreamWorks. I was such a Pixar fanboy at that time, by the way. I have to admit it. I was I was a major Pixar fanboy. Especially back in that era. My gosh, we're coming out with like Toy Story 3, Up, Wall-E. Oh my gosh, what an era to be alive. Greatest quote, one of the greatest quotes ever is from The Office when they're like, I'll butcher it obviously, so don't take what I'm gonna say with take what I'm gonna say with a grain of salt. But I think it was Andy Bernard, and he said something about, somebody will have it better in the chat, but you never know the good times until you're out of the good times. I'm butchering it. I'm butchering it, obviously, but such a great quote. And it is true. Like, it is true. Like, you think of like some of the greatest times, you're like, wow, I didn't realize how great of a times that we're living in. And you could think about that for a lot of different things. And for this particular instance we're talking about, Pixar, what an era. My gosh, what an era. They were firing on some quite the cylinders. What do you think about Frozen 2? I haven't seen Frozen 2. I don't know why, but I've just never seen it. It wasn't anything like, oh, I didn't want to watch it or anything like that. I just haven't seen it. I just have not seen it. I think in some cases, like even subconsciously, when I see a sequel nowadays, I have less desire to watch it. And it might be fantastic. Frozen 2 might be incredible. I should give it a chance. But I think if I really dig deep a little bit and I think about it, if I see a sequel, I'm kind of burnt out on sequels, that I may be less inclined to be excited about it. That could be. I don't know. I'm just scraping in my brains trying to figure out why I haven't watched it. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get a third one. Iger's like, hey, all these original movies that are failing right now, cancel those. We're going back to the sequel trough, boys. Just cancel it. Let's see. Do you know there was a scrap Treasure Planet movie? Well, there was a Treasure Planet movie. Was there a sequel to it? I'm so sick of sequels. The thing is, like, we're all sick of sequels, but we all still go and watch the sequels. So the studios are like, it doesn't matter. They say that we're sick of them, but they're still going to go watch them. They're still going to go watch them. Then they're going to go to the parks and they're going to buy that $10 cupcake based on the sequels. It's a sequel cupcake. It's kind of a like a, so I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Ed Catmull was one of the executives of Imagineering of Pixar, and his big thing for a while was that Pixar was going to do, come on, buddy, get in there. Come on, buddy, get on in. Come on, get on in. You're gonna be a problem, aren't you? You're gonna be the problem turtle. You're the problem turtle. You're gonna be the problem turtle, aren't you? But his thing was that Pixar was going to do this was his strategy for a while, was a two release per year. One of them was going to be kind of an original film, and the second film was most likely going to be some form of a sequel. And the idea was that we always have the security of having a sequel, and we have the creative freedom to make an original movie. I need food. So that was kind of like his philosophy. The problem with that is that when they started taking on this new like attitude, like we're going to do 2 movies a year, we're going to focus on both an original and a sequel. The studio had a lot of problems. So the first problem was that The Good Dinosaur had major issues in production. It required almost a complete rewrite, a whole new director, a whole new like executive staff were sent to it. It was an absolute disaster. That film pretty much killed Pixar's momentum for quite a while with how poor that film did and how much work it took to retool the entire thing. So with that film, it kind of ruined that whole philosophy that he had, was to have the freedom to create an original film, but also have a sequel to satisfy the executives. But that film had nothing but trouble. And sadly, a lot of its original concepts for a movie were actually really cool. It had a lot more world building for dinosaurs doing like much more like industrial things. The concepts for that movie, I only wish that people could have seen like some of the original plans. What that movie turned into was nothing what it originally was supposed to be, which is kind of a shame. I've never seen the movie because I was always bummed out that the concept that it originally was, I don't mean you harm. I don't mean you harm, turtle. I just want to free you from the minecart. Come on, come on. I don't want to hurt the turtle. I don't want to hurt the turtle. No! How do I get it out of its minecart? Why is it doing this? Hitboxes? Okay, we got hitboxes up. Okay. I don't even know how many hearts it still has. Okay. No, don't look at me. Don't look at me when I do this. I can't look in your eyes. Gosh, now I'm gonna drown. Oh man. I don't want to kill the turtle, guys. Uh-oh. This is when the dolphins die. This is when they die. When they get stuck like this. Come on, buddy, breathe. Breathe for me. Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. 1, 2, 3. Shock. No. See, this is when this dolphin's gonna die. I swear this dolphin's gonna die if it doesn't move. Oh no. Buddy, don't do this to me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Staying alive. Staying alive. Yes. Okay, good. We saved a dolphin today, everybody. Saved a dolphin. We did good work today. We did good work. Be proud of yourselves, everyone. I know I'm a hero. I know. I need to redesign the glass because I know that they somehow get a weird pathfinding where they get stuck right here. They get stuck right here, and then they're just like, I'm living here until I die. So I need to figure out how to fix that. Oh gosh, how do I break this? No, don't look at my face when I hit you. No, come on. Guys, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying to get the hitbox. Aim low? Is there any way I can heal him before... Is there any way I can heal this turtle? Like, give it a couple seagrasses? I need to make sure this guy's not going to die on me. Don't die on me, friend. Don't die on me. Don't die on me. There we go. I am a hero. I am the hero these turtles needed and deserved. I am their god. That's right. No, I'm going to die. Let's look at this, guys. Let's look at this. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Minecraft AI at its best. I'm loving every minute of this. This is peak Minecraft AI. Great success, everybody. Oh, this is fantastic. This is what I wanted like a month ago. This is what I wanted a month ago. We need to redesign that glass. That's 100% on task. But yeah, swimming through here, or walking through here, that is, and seeing like all the turtles swimming over your head and the dolphins. How cool is that? How cool is this? How cool is this, guys? Come on. Need some fish? Yeah, definitely need some fish. Definitely. I could use a glow squid. Could we use a glow squid in here? It needs coral. Yeah, definitely. It needs, yeah, it may need like a few fishies and then, yeah, coral, seagrass, things along those lines. But it's just been a struggle to get these guys in here. The likelihood of the dolphins dying again are very high, but they have lasted, what did I say? Are we on the 4th day? I think they've survived 4 days, which is pretty good. Pretty good, I think. I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. We gotta go get Cub to see these. Come on, let's go get Cub real quick. Cub, I'm coming for you. I'm a coming for you. Coming for you, Cub. I want to show him. I want to show him what I did with the turtle horn.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
Did I see Visions? I saw the first so season 1 of Visions, I saw the first one. I really liked it. I thought it was imaginative. It was very creatively unique. And then I watched the second episode and it was like some kind of like, man, I don't know. It's one of those times you watch something and you just have to just say, no, I gotta go. I can't continue with this. It was so bad that I just had to say no. I couldn't watch it anymore. But I really liked the first one. It was fantastic. Whoever made that, hats off.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
Did you get him?
Cub, I have to show you him. Can you spare a moment?
Yeah. Let's go see it. Let's go see it.
Yes, we got
Where
Cub
are
over
the
there.
turtles?
Watch the rest of them. Okay, I'll watch the rest of them, but I won't watch episode 2. I can't. I won't. I can't and I won't. You just saw XB floating in the water. Hopefully the turtle didn't. No, you trolling.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
No, it can't be. Yeah, I know every episode's different. It's just that second episode was horrific. It was so bad that I just couldn't continue. I just couldn't continue. All right, Cub, look at this. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them having their best lives. Do we lose them? Come to my base. Ah, capitals. Where's Cub? Oh, there's Cub. Look at him over here. Look at him just living their best life. This is what we're here for, guys. We worked hard for this moment, and this moment was achieved with greatness. I'm hoping that the turtles bump the dolphins so they actually move and not suffocate themselves. That minecart very well might stay in item form as long as the dolphins stay alive. No, don't do that. There you go.
Leading over to a turtle egg. And you got some turtles.
You see the turtles, Cub?
I do.
Dude, did he just launch that minecart out of the water? Oh, that's
And
so
then pick it
cool.
up and throw it.
And a wild Xisuma. Hello there.
Xisuma.
Hey. Do you possess a horn about turtles?
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
That sounds like Michael Scott.
Yeah, doesn't it? It does sound like him.
What episode is that from?
No, this is Cub. This is Cub. He really loves. No, just kidding. It is from The Office. My
I don't know
dolphins
what
are still
episode it's
alive.
from, actually. I think it might be a deleted scene, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Got to bust out the old DVD collection to see that one.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're alive
Oh,
and
you got
thriving.
the turtles in. So cute.
For how long, though, Scar?
I feel like the turtles will live. The dolphins will probably die at some point, but they're on 4 days, and I gotta say that's a long time for having a dolphin.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
I do need to get some seagrass and some plants and maybe some extra little fishes, but I'm just happy that they're all alive and they're all swimming. They look like they're having a great time.
Wait, Scar. Are we
Dude.
gonna get an appearance of Scuba Scar?
Dude, I need a scuba suit.
Oh, let's go!
I don't
Yes.
like what's
Scuba Scar.
I don't like what's going on right there. Hold on, boys. Guys, you
Yeah,
gotta keep
scuba
moving.
scar,
You
scuba
can't
scar.
you can't stay in one spot. Yep, staying alive. Staying alive. Dude, this I have to do this to keep them alive. If they get stuck in one spot, I have to move them. I'm so
is
happy
that
with
the
it.
dealio then? If they get stuck on the air columns, they will actually die. Is that right?
No, they'll survive. Like the one up. Oh, hold on.
Scuba Scar.
That one will survive because it's in a water column. But what I found is like their AI will shut off and they'll just drown themselves. And they also get like stuck right here and they'll just wait to die. It's weird.
Huh. I see them.
Yeah, I
They're
thought-
sort of like standing on their nose somehow for some reason.
Yeah, that's where they sleep.
That's,
Performing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping the turtles nudge them enough to always keep them moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might do that. So Scott, are you gonna leash a cod and fly it in here?
Can you do that to a codfish?
Possibly.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Possibly.
You might be able to. I don't know.
Or
Actually.
is it just a bucket
Tell
for a
him, Cody,
fish?
don't tell him. Oh, he remembers. He remembers.
He remembers. I think I actually did try that the other day, honestly. I think I
Yeah,
might
you
have done
mentioned fishies. I thought that's gonna be easy, man. Just scoop them up in a bucket. You're good.
that. Yeah, I did try to lead a salmon, I think. And I tried the squid, but you told me, right, that like they pull away and that breaks the lead, I think, what we found.
Squids resist water, and it feels like when you use the lead on them, they just stay in the water. Like they don't want to. So
Oh, okay.
maybe if you like got one out of land for a second and then took it off with a rocket, but dude, they die really quick.
Yeah.
Need like
Yeah.
a regen potion on it.
Okay, but like, is there any like, if you wanted to keep one alive, like, what's the best way of keeping one alive?
I think a regen potion.
Okay.
Does water breathing work on them or no? They're still outside of the water, I guess.
Science needs to be done, cub.
See, look at the turtles,
Yeah.
guys. They're keeping the dolphins alive. This is nature right here. When the dolphins try to kill themselves, the turtles intervene.
They have a symbiotic relationship.
This is wonderful.
Now, why do you have a? Why do you have the turtle shell on top or the turtle egg on top?
The Xisuma.
Well, I figured that you want them. Hang on a second. Go. Whoa.
Oop.
When they hatch, right? You don't want them wandering too far away, so they'll wander off the edge and just fall in there. Was my thinking.
Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
And we had this
I
built
wasn't-
up so zombies couldn't get in there and stuff.
I thought it was a zombie trap.
Oh, and suddenly. a
Doc
dog.
almost
you almost
smashed the
smashed my egg.
What? What are you doing?
You gotta be careful there.
Doc, you have the most villainous armor on I've ever seen. You look like the Terminator. Oh my god.
I must terminate eggs.
Dude, you do look like the Terminator. Like the helmet, like perfectly, you know, encapsulates your eye. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Well,
I know.
This is
That's
the first
why I
time I'm
picked
like
it.
looking at trim. I'm like, that genuinely is a good addition to the game. I'm like, that's cool.
Talking about trim, I should open the shop soon. Because
Yeah, I've been waiting.
You have the trim. Are you a
Yep.
trim man?
Yep, I got all them trims. Shop. I need to make the shop, man.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to get
quickly.
some nice threads.
Look at Xisuma looking like an absolute pleb.
Shop
Trimless.
name.
Say
Shop
what?
name. Drop strip. Doc strip.
There's no
Yeah.
trims on your pants there, Zuma. No
Yeah.
trims.
I gotta say, actually, now I'm thinking green trim on my pants. There would probably be a good idea.
You either put trim on there, Zuma, or you drop those pants. You just go pantsless.
Did you catch turtles or what is going on here?
Yeah, look at the turtles. Look at them. Look at them. They're living their best lives down there. Look at them.
Doc Scar has been looking for turtles for weeks now. He finally found them.
Nice.
They're
Why didn't
easier to
just
get
breed
over here
them?
than I thought. So that was
Why
nice.
didn't just breed an egg?
Yeah, I wonder. This egg has literally been sitting here, Doc,
Yeah.
for 6 days, 7 days, or whatever. I can't get it to hatch.
I know, I saw your video.
It's very angry, Doc.
You gotta stop people sleeping. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, I was about to bribe somebody. I was quite upset. I'll tell you that right now. But
Forget about people. It doesn't work, man. Every time I tried, somebody slept. It's like, yeah. I just had like, I don't know, 10 eggs next to my base, and eventually there was one.
there was one.
Yeah. After weeks.
You know what, Cub? We need to find who the bed bandit is and have them go around and take the beds.
Yeah. Get the bed bandit back on the server. We never knew he was providing a valuable service this whole time. He was
Exactly.
just a good guy. Yeah.
You know, Scar, I don't want to be that guy, but, you know, what is that? SeaWorld, right? Where, you know, dolphins and other animals are traumatically behaving weird.
No, these are good. These are the good ones.
You know, those seem to be stuck nose
top hat
down and
makes it
behaving
assume
really
this-
weird.
Oh no, they're sleeping, Doc. They're sleeping.
Hey,
Yeah,
spinning
yeah,
a sumo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're sleeping. That's how they sleep.
It's like
They
a
gotta
tornado.
sleep once in a while, you know?
I don't know. Looks like a free
That's
willy
really cool,
situation to me.
But see, the best part about this, Doc, is when the dolphins try to kill themselves, I've just witnessed it now. The turtle, like, rams them, and then it keeps them alive. So it's quite nice.
Well, you know, if you go in there and they attack you, then you know something's wrong, right? Like,
no, I go in here, they
Shamu.
love me. Look at it. Look at it. I'm getting hugs. I'm getting hugs and seagrass. It's just a wonderful relationship we all
I
have.
don't know, man. This one
Oh,
guy.
you gotta get out. Oh,
No.
we got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
And here.
Wait, where's the other dolphin? Okay, it's still alive. Still alive.
Yeah.
Yep, he's good.
They survived for 3 days now. I mean, that's something. Better
Well,
track
4
record than in
days.
SeaWorld.
4 days, Doc.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe you get lucky. I don't know. It's just.
4 days. I'm counting it as a blessing that they lasted 1 day.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that they've lasted this long. I think I'm breaking new Minecraft ground.
You know, now you might be onto something. I mean, just give him a block to play with that will cause him to randomly swim everywhere and probably hit the bubble columns. And the item will never despawn as they continue playing with it. Dude,
I
that
think-
might
I
be
think the
solution.
problem is their AI, right? Like you go out of a certain range, they're still loaded, but the AI kicks off and then they just stay still. The
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah, but they have lasted. So like, there's still something keeping them alive. People kept telling me how much this will never work. It has determined me to find a way to make it work. It is a challenge that I have accepted in my life.
Challenge impossible.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with the AI, just not doing anything and still loaded. And there's a high chance there's lots of people around here, right? Yeah.
No, there's not.
This is a bit far out over here, right? Ah! Jeez, I ain't seen them in a while.
Uh-oh, time to sweep.
Oh, do you still have that data pack on, Doc?
It's the best thing ever. She said I haven't slept. Just
Oh,
so
the
I can
B-dubs
hear it.
one.
Yeah.
Chat.
Oh, time to sweep.
Chat, Doc has a data pack that who made that? And it says instead of those stupid things shrieking, it goes time to sweep, time to sweep.
Yeah, I found it on Reddit. It's the best thing ever. Since that, I'm not sleeping anymore. Just want to get phantoms to spawn on me. It's awesome.
That is great. I want that data pack.
Yeah.
Time to sweep, time to sweep.
I linked it under my last video, I think. It was on Reddit. Yeah, Hermitcraft Reddit.
Okay. So what are you guys working on? What are you up to, Doc?
Oh, I collected all the stuff I need for the Dark Oakwood farm finally.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you in
No.
violation of anything at your shop right now? Are you not stocked?
No.
Sounded
is-
a little unsure.
Are you the Dark Oak guy?
Maybe.
I mean, you're the organizer of this whole co-op, and you haven't stocked your own shop.
Hey, listen, man. It took Skiz until last week to finally finish his shop floor, so I thought I can slack too. He didn't get a write-up. All right.
Well, I did tell him he would be the first to get written up if he didn't stock that shop.
All right. Yeah. Okay. He's got it now. And
Hey,
this week I'm working on it. There will be Dark Oak, so no need for the popo.
Okay. Just so you know, you're standing in front of two model citizens right here. Cub Fan and Xisuma. Both model
No-
citizens of the shopping district. You have a lot to learn from those two.
No write-ups.
No, we're
you
actually gonna put a
ever
portrait of Cub up in our office.
Oh wow! Did you finish all your shops already? All your permits, Xisuma?
Yeah. Think.
Wow.
Also-
Have you really? I have not. Not yet.
Aha.
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
I
Some
will
of them
say
are pop-up
Xisuma here,
shops, though.
not giving in to greed nor inflation. His copper is criminally low in price, and I will be stopping there in a moment to buy more copper.
Oh, there's copper to be had. You say?
No, it's actually out. It's out of stock. Yeah, it's out of stock. He's he's kind of in between stock
Saying
right now.
what?
Yeah.
I see.
In between stuff.
I see. That's how it is. All right. I'm going back
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
gonna,
swamp, man.
I'm gonna
Getting
bounce
socially-
as well. Like I was doing something important, and then Michael Scott was shouting at me,
Hit us
then,
again with it. Hit
like
us again.
20
Scott.
minutes go by, and I'm like, wasn't I doing something? Oh my god.
Where are they?
What is going on?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go find out what episode that's from.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
chat
gonna
said, but I
go-
forgot. Somebody put like literally like episode number and season, and dang it,
Oh,
I
wow.
missed it.
I'll find it. All right, see you guys around.
See ya. Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm heading out as well, man. See
Yeah,
ya.
I'm going back to the swamp, man. It's
Congrats on
weird
the
out here,
turtles.
Thank you. Oh, that was so close. Oh, we almost got him. We almost got him. Ah, I'm excited, everybody. We got our turtles. They're living their best lives with the dolphins. And surprisingly, the dolphins are staying alive. We will find a way, no matter what, to keep these dolphins alive. I am determined, and I am determined to keep them alive. And they will be alive, and it'll be glorious and wonderful. Uh-oh, we got train talk, guys. We got train talk incoming. I'm excited for this.
Casbach Gaming cheered X500. Today's train talk. A few quick ones involving turtles to go with today's stream. There were tiny diesel locomotives called tin turtles, built in World War I for transporting ammunition and supplies on light narrow gauge railways. Also, Japan has recently added modifications to certain rail lines to protect crossing turtles by adding a small trench for them to go into below the gauge of the rail.
Oh, I love the little turtle tunnel under the rails. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Cass, for the tip. Very much appreciated. And the turtle talk. It's quite on brand for today. That is wonderful. That is great. All right, we'll finish that up. They'll finish that section up. Let's drop our extra materials up. It worked out, guys. We did it. We've got our dolphins and our turtles. This is great happiness all around. This is great happiness all around. I did need to grab something. I don't remember what. I needed to grab something, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, if you guys have any Q&A questions, hashtag Q&A Scar as we clear out our rails here, let me know. There we go. Put that down. So yeah, hashtag Q&A Scar in the chat. Any questions you want, just hit me up. Hit me up as we clear this out, as we clear it out. Did you name the turtles? I have not. I will name the turtles, but it's not a necessity like the dolphins. They don't despawn like the dolphins, apparently. As far as I've been told. As far as I've been told. What's my favorite fruit? Probably an orange, but I feel like not watermelon. I feel like pineapple's really coming in at oranges lately and really trying to take the crown. Really feel like that's happening. Feel like pineapples are gonna win out here in the end. Pixar and DreamWorks, they're two different things. Well, I don't know. Pixar and DreamWorks do have some similarities. I would never compare like Disney animation to them. Disney, well, oh man, I'm going down a rabbit hole. Opinions on Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I tried to watch, as I said earlier, I tried to watch New Worlds, but I feel like there's like so much information that I don't understand. I feel like there was probably like another series I was supposed to watch. I don't know if I was supposed to watch Captain Kirk or Picard series. Very confused. I might, like I said, I might end up just watching Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and Voyager again. I might do that in the end. But let's see, what else do we got? Q&A Scar. Have you ever got bored of Minecraft? How do you push through it? Love from Australia. Well, hello, Australia. There are times where you get kind of like sidetracked or whatever. But I've always been able to find inspiration in Minecraft for ideas. Sometimes the difficulty is taking that idea and making it into reality. That's a very difficult thing. But I always say this, and I try to drill this into people's heads, is when you do Minecraft, when you're building in Minecraft, is that you want to pick an idea or whatever you're creating that generates you free ideas. And what I mean by that is if you're going to do a pirate theme, you all of a sudden have a boundless realm of ideas that pops into your head, because when you think of pirates, you think of ships, you think of buried treasure, you think of hidden caves, you think of all sorts of different ideas. If you think of like an old West motif, you got wagons and you have all sorts of beautiful landscapes. You have, if you think of like a magical village, and then you start developing all sorts of cool ideas around that, or maybe a corporation digging into the nether but finding out there's consequences to this. So you can start like figuring out these are my bases in past Hermitcraft seasons. So like when you come up with like a really basic idea like pirates or this or that, it really helps you start like generating ideas. Somebody mentioned the swaggin. That's a great example of an idea that generates tons of ideas for you, because you're building a wagon train, which then you start to think in your mind's eye, you're like, oh wow, like I could build this wagon for this particular resource in Minecraft, or this farm, or even for the train. It's very similar, it's very modular, so you can really use your entire imagination to develop this like fun cartoony train. And you just think like, oh wow, there's gonna be a mail car, and what's the mail car gonna look like? There's gonna be a feed car for the animals, and there's gonna be a car for the animals to live in as they're moving around the world. Like, you just try to think of ideas that generate ideas. And a big one I've taught people, and this was years and years ago, one of my first streams ever. Somebody asked like, how do you design a village? Well, the first step with a village design is where is the village located in a particular biome? So that starts generating the ideas of how the village will look architecturally, material wise. And then you say, why does this village exist in Minecraft in the first place? And so you have to ask, like, why is this village here? And you think about like old timey times, villages had reasons, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, if a village is on the seashore, there's a high probability that there's a lot of fishing going on and a lot of like sea commerce. If you have a village built up in the mountains, there's a high probability that village is like a mining centric village. Okay, so when you do that and you say, okay, so this village has an emphasis on the sea and it has an emphasis on fishing, well, then you can start thinking about how you're going to design your piers. Where's the fish being sold? Where's the fish being butchered? Where's all these little ideas start popping up in your brain, and you start having endless ideas of how your village was going to look. And then you think of like, how does the village trade with other villages? Maybe you can connect it to a future village that you'll build down the road. So I hope that kind of gives you like a little idea and insight into my own brain and how I see builds and how I create these basic concepts that then generate what I call free ideas. And so it's just like this boundless realm of ideas that works out quite well when building. So yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit. Let's see, what's your favorite game other than Minecraft? That would have to be Roller Coaster Tycoon from back in the day. Hands down, favorite game ever. Tips for bad anxiety? Everybody's different. Everybody's built different. So never take one piece of advice as something that will work 100% for you, because it'll only lead to disappointment in the future, is what I've personally learned. So what you do is you treat advice like a buffet. Some of the food's great, some of the food is okay, and some of the food is terrible. And if you take all advice like a buffet, you will see things in a different light, and then you won't get discouraged if someone says, hey, this worked really well for me, but then it turns out it doesn't work really well for you, and then you get disappointed and you're further in the trench, right? So just treat advice like a buffet. And if you treat any advice I say, you treat it like a buffet. You look at it, you're like, is this good for me? Is this not? Do I like it? Do I love it? Do I hate it? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So small things to help with anxiety is making sure you have some time in nature. That helps me. Will it help everybody? Probably not. But going outside and just finding somewhere outside in a forest, preferably potentially alone, and sometimes it helps with somebody if you're with somebody, but just in nature with the trees doing their treeing and the winds doing their winding, and it just brings down that chatter in the back of your brain. Second thing is, there's a lot of I'd look this up. There's a lot of music that has been now scientifically proven to like heavily decrease anxiety. So it's strange music, but you can look it up, and just these little songs, if you listen to it for like 5 minutes, you can heavily decrease that chatter in the back of your head. So those are just like little subtle things to do, like the music, going outside. Those are things I would try to help a little bit. And you know what's nice about them is they're fairly easy to do. If you're watching this, you have access to the internet, so you can search those songs and then try to find somewhere outside just to kind of be out in nature a little bit. We're meant as a species to be more amongst nature and stuff like that. And we live in these boxes on top of concrete, and we kind of miss that essential element of like being in nature, more attached to the earth and everything. So I would encourage that. Those two things could help. I'd give them a try. They're really easy to do. That's the best part about them. There's more difficult things to do, but those are the easiest ones. Everybody's different. Everybody's unique. So not everything always works for everybody, and you never want to be discouraged when something doesn't. There will always be something. Let's see. Favorite build from the Hermits this season other than your own? I really love Gem's starter tugboat. I really love that thing. I love Grian's paintings. Those were really fantastic. B-Dubs' forest is incredible. Like, it's really cool. Like, he did such a good job on that forest. And I gotta say, Etho like killed it with the building. Like, Etho's always been a good builder, but he like killed it with the Maple Enchanteria. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What's my dream vacation trip? Man, I haven't been on a vacation in so long. I haven't been on vacation since 2019. I don't count TwitchCon. TwitchCon was fun, and I value the opportunity to meet, like, you know, my friends, and the big meetups we did were fantastic, meeting all the audience. But getting a concussion and just all that medical stuff that went on, that was absolutely brutal. that was absolutely brutal. But a vacation, I don't know. I'd take anything, honestly. I'd love to go on a trip somewhere. But travel's not easy when you're in a wheelchair, hence the TwitchCon trip being such a utter disaster. Man, I took some licks on that one. Did I get a concussion? Yeah, in fast forward. I didn't, even though that was a very short flight, only like an hour and 45 minutes. During the flight, I just wasn't breathing well. That's pretty much what it came down to. I wasn't breathing super well. I was fine, like nothing to be scared about or anything. Just more struggle, if that makes sense. So in turn, that makes my heart rate go up, and in turn of that, I start wearing down a little bit lightheaded. And when I got off the plane, so once they did all the transferring, they got me onto the wheelchair and everything, I took off up the jetway. And if you're familiar with a jetway, it has a lot of like transitions. So like, you know, little threshold transitions. And I hit one, and what happened was the chair flipped back, if I remember correctly. So it flipped back. I went on to my anti-tippers, but the little wheel that helps propel my wheelchair kicked in at like overdrive. Like if it feels resistance, it will give it more power, right? It might think you're going up a slant, so you're going to need more power to get up the slant or something along those lines. And so it went crazy. It went woo! And so what happened was I then went back into the side, and I have a lot of weight on my wheelchair from my oxygen concentrator to my feeding bag, to the bag I had on my chest full of the batteries for the oxygen concentrator. So all that weight then threw me to the floor. I hit my head, went out for a second, came to, and I was just like completely blacked out. I'm in the jetway, right? So the pilots are there because I'm the last off the plane, being in a wheelchair. We're the last off the flight. So the pilots are there. We had a great relationship with the flight attendants and the pilots because we were delayed so long that we talked to them forever before and after. And so I'm on the ground, and my brother's just like, oh my God. So my brother saved me a lot of trouble because one of the flight attendants, well-meaning, wanted to release this strap that held me into the chair. So basically I'm like a turtle falling out of its shell on the ground, and she tried to undo the strap, and he's like, no, there's some reason not to do that apparently, and he didn't have her do that. If she would have done that, I would have lost my J-tube, because my J-tube was wrapped around the wheelchair, so me falling would have pulled the J-tube out of my intestine, and I would have been in a whole world of hurt. But that didn't happen. But then what happened is, when I did come to, they lifted me up, and that was the worst thing that happened. Was like, I blacked out, and I was out for like 10 or more seconds, just completely like out. And it was like, because my autonomic system was just going insane. Like, I must have had an orthostatic attack where my blood pressure went down when I went up, something along those lines. So after I already hit the head, and then I went up, and then I blacked out, and then became very sick. So like, when I finally came to, I was very, very sick, and my heart, I have like arrhythmias and stuff like that, and it went into like, I don't know, like 180 like beats per second for about 15 minutes until the ambulance arrived. And so this is all like landing on the tarmac, getting out of the plane, and this is like minutes going into, you know, to TwitchCon. And then like we were there for a while, and the fire department already had like 2 other incidents going on, so they had to call it back up, I find out later. Like, and eventually, like, you know, I'm okay. I didn't like cut my head open or anything. But then we had to go to the emergency room, so we were there for hours. It was horrific. Never go to a Las Vegas emergency room. You know, the healthcare workers, they're doing their best. Just a rough time. It's a rough place. You know, my heart rate sat at about 180 for a good 15 minutes, and by doing that, it wore me out. Like, I didn't have a lot left in the tank after that bout, and it still stayed up in like the 110 120s for hours after. It just stayed there, just like doing its thing, and it really wore me out. And it was an absolute bummer. Like, it really kind of set that trip as a difficult thing, but somehow, like, I have an ability to find the energy and the wherewithal to continue, and somehow, you know, next day, concussion and all of that, we did MCC for 4 hours, and then did meetup where we met thousands of people after MCC for hours and hours and hours. I think we left the building at about 7 o'clock, and we got there at 9 a.m. So, and then, you know, the next day we had a really great Hermitcraft meetup and stuff like that. It was just a lot. I had so much fun meeting everybody, but yeah, there wasn't a vacation. It was rough. It was rough. So that's why I said, like, I love a vacation. I don't know where, just would love it. Are you planning to travel or events? I am considering going to not Las Vegas. I am planning on potentially going to this year's TwitchCon in San Diego. I love San Diego, so that'd be really cool. So yeah, prefer not. Was there Elvis impersonators in the hospital? Sadly, no. I would have loved that. Unfortunately, like, it's a large city's emergency room, and there was a lot of not great things. So yeah, it was pretty rough. I mean, when you go into the Las Vegas emergency room, the first thing they do is like pat you down for guns, guns and contraband. I remember telling like the guy who was patting me down, I was like, man, I'm still TSA cleared. I came from the jetway right into here. But yeah, that was quite the experience. But anyway, guys.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
There we go, guys. What a fun stream. We met up with the Hermits, had a blast with them, and we've got ourselves turtles, and our dolphins are still alive. 4 days with the dolphins, guys. 4 days. They'll probably die, but we're gonna figure this out. We are going to figure out this dolphin business, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. So there we go. All right, guys. I hope you have a
500. Thanks for the entertainment.
Oh, Lander, always good to see you, and thank you so much for the bits. Very much appreciated. And that reminds me, guys, thank you so much for all the bits, all the resubscriptions, all the new subscriptions, and all the follows. Thank you so much. And as always, thank you for coming out. It means a lot to me just to have everybody here hanging out, having fun together. And it's always a pleasure, and always enjoy your guys' company. So thank you so much. If you guys want to watch the others play Phasmo, so you can disperse off into their different streams. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. And goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Don't forget, new episode. If you haven't seen it, new episode. It's amazing. Goodbye. Goodbye.